We are right now? Live! There we go. There we are.
Hey.
Tiffany Hart is here.
What's up?
What's up, dude? What's up? We are live for this is our campaign kickoff show. Lots been going on here, kids. D'Anthony and I are running for the new Hanover County School Board, and last night was the last meeting of the redistricting, and, well, we got fucked. We got real fucked on this. I believe they call it the old Bucker hole. The old Bucker hole got jammed up.
I've never heard that before. But
well, you are now. Josh Brolin made that famous this week. He did a little, is it perineum? Was it perineum
Oh, I've
sunning?
heard the perineum.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. The old perineum sunning.
The old perineum.
And that's what happened to me. I got my asshole burned. Both schools got switched. Not one, but two. I live 1.6 miles away from my elementary school and 1.8 from my middle school, and both of those got switched. The first one, got knocked out by a guy named Bill Rivenbark. He is goddamn near 80 years old. He looks like the gasoline attendant in every single Andy Griffith show. Boom! There's Bill.
Bill Rivenbark.
Bill?
It looks like a mugshot. Hi, guys. I'm Bill Rivenbark. Go fuck yourself.
It's very likely what he sounds like.
We keep getting told not to be so aggressive towards these people, but hey, when you take parents and children and fuck all that and use this situation to make yourself money, you can get fucked, homeboy.
Yeah. And look, there shouldn't be politics in the school system, which we'll get to in a second, but Bill Rivenbark, as you can see from that picture, is goddamn near 70, maybe 75 years old, somewhere in there. I can't cut him open, so I can't count the rings on this fucking tree. But I heard him talk, and again, it's the gasoline attendant from an Andy Griffith show, and he has clearly no children who are currently in elementary or middle school, so why the fuck does he care? It's a great question. Property values go up. Well, Bill, again, I said this on Facebook, I'll tell you now. Since you got this passed last night and we're running now, you got about 2 years to sell that house you're in to maximize your property value. Otherwise, you're going to have to sit next to me every fucking day. I know your brother's on the city council. I know your brother's Charlie Rivenbark, and you use the whole fucking name recognition to get elected, and that's what you did so you could jack up your property value. Congratulations on that. I also know people on the board did not want to go against you because, God forbid, you piss off the head of the Azalea Festival, which is the big howdy-do here in town. But the bloodline Southern backwood politics shit isn't going to fucking work, Bill. Look, everybody knows where Bill lives on Google. That's what politicians do. I said this last time.
Yeah, when we register, we had to give all of our information. Like, you can go look up where I live. Yeah. It's just how it is. We're not trying to, it's not a threat to, we're not doxing people. It's how politics works. By the way, you fucking dum-dums.
Yeah, same with the president. He lives at fucking
1600 Pennsylvania.
There you go.
You mean where they all live?
Yeah, no, but every politician, you've got to put where you live, so you can look me up because yeah, exactly. A lot of people after we did the first show were like, "I'm surprised you told people your neighborhood and where you live at Mason Borough Forest." There's 6.4 million people that listen to the show. Why would you tell them that? And I was like, well, I'm going to have to disclose it anyways because I'm running. So what does it matter? Not only that, I moved out of Los Angeles to get away from gates and walls and all that other bullshit. Everything that celebrities bitch about today of Trump and the wall and everything else.
They have it all around their houses.
Yes.
Yeah.
You go up to John Legend and Chrissy Teigen's house, there's a fucking 12-foot wall around there.
Of course.
Yet you're going to send out 80 tweets about, the wall is wrong with separating families. You don't want fucking homeless or immigrants.
I say they're fucking hypocrites.
Yeah, exactly. All of it in there. I don't want to be that. I don't live in a fucking gated community. I don't have any of that shit. I grew up in a public school area. I got redistricted as a kid. I want my kids to take the bus. I want them to have normal fucking experiences. Yeah. I'm not going to spoil them with stupid shit. And therefore, I wanted to live in a normal, decent neighborhood. When I moved in, I asked the realtor, I said, look, find me the neighborhood that is the closest between the elementary school and the middle school. That way it won't get switched. I got switched as a kid. I don't want to fucking deal with it. Yeah. And then boom, I'm in there a year and a half later. And now I get redistrict, and it's because of this fuck right here. There's another fuck, which we'll get to now. Nelson Bolu. There he is. Pop him up on the screen. So we had the last vote last night apparently, which it is like a kind of let you think on the news and things like that, like on TV shows where you're like, oh, does anybody agree to the motion? Aye. Does anybody disagree with the motion? Nay. Like it is an aye nay system, and that's real. Where you're like, oh, there's no way that exists.
Like that's still there.
It does. Well, with Nelson, there was 2 people last night who opposed and said, hey man, we should take a pause on this. We should take a pause on this redistricting thing and just wait. Nelson had a shit fit over this.
Why?
I've never heard him speak aloud in front of a lot of people. I'm gonna do you the best impression I can of him. Okay. Real high pitched voice, and was like, I've been working on this for 5 months, and unless you have a different solution, we should pass this right now. 5 months, 5 whole months. I've been working on it. 5 months isn't shit.
I was gonna say,
Dick.
But so what? So you put some work into it. What's the purpose of?
Exactly.
You know what I mean?
What's the race?
Like why?
What's the rush of getting this fucking passed? I don't know what this fucking cocksucker's got behind it. I know he's run for other offices, and I'm assuming that's what he wants to do in this life. Good luck, fucker. Yeah. If you get on a stage in front of thousands of people with that goddamn voice, they'll be running for the fucking hills. And is his name still up there? It is. And I don't know if I'm pronouncing it right. It's Bolu. If I was on Wheel of Fortune, I'd ask to buy a fucking consonant, because right now with this last name, I couldn't win $250 on Wheel of Fortune right now. But this motherfucker gets up there and is like, no, we need to get this passed. We need to get it moving. Nelson, you're public enemy number 1 in my fucking book right now. And I'm not going to stop until you're out of there. I'm not going to stop till everybody knows your fucking name. And if you've got a problem with it, well, you shouldn't have run for politics. You should have chosen another profession. Maybe, I don't know, spooky fucking forest ranger or whatever is going to match that voice of, welcome to the haunted woods.
He could have been that guy in Scary Movie with the strong hand.
Yeah.
Because that voice kind of sounds similar to me.
Yeah. So
was he prior military?
He was.
I was going to say, because he has Iraq and Afghanistan Vets of America. He follows that.
Glad you brought that up. So last night, there was a bunch of African-American parents who were there who voiced their displeasure with the redistricting and said, look, man, we want community schools. Racially, this is unacceptable, and we're kind of stuck in the same system, right? Nelson pipes up and says, and again, I don't know what this is, and I'm glad you guys are both military, so you would know what this is. He said he was a minority in the military at 19.
What? He's a white male.
That's what I thought. And so I didn't know if it was...
What the fuck? No.
I don't know if it's trans. I don't know if it's some other thing, but I don't know what it is. And he was like, I can understand what you're going through. And it was just like, man, as a fucking white dude,
we don't know what color his hair is because he doesn't have any, but his eyes are blue.
Right.
But still, he's Caucasian.
Caucasian, yes.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
He's a male with blue eyes.
And back then, I'm sure when he was in,
and he's not trans. He's got a wife and 2 children that look just like him. So that's not. I don't know what minority group he belonged to. Unless
I don't know. But
he was just pulling something out of his ass.
He said in his unit or his company or something like that. Is that
he may have been the EO person in his unit.
Okay, so what does that mean?
That doesn't mean shit.
What is that exactly?
It's the person that does all the briefings for equal opportunity stuff, and if there's any equal opportunity stuff. No, that's essentially like saying I've got a black friend. It's okay, I got a black friend.
Yeah, of course.
Because he's a fucking white man with blue eyes, dude.
Yeah.
Get fucked.
So I thought it was fucking strange. He wanted to race this thing through. There was 2 women who spoke up last night. There was one named Stephanie. I'm going to give her some fucking shine, dude, because she was amazing.
Was she?
She said, look, man, I've actually in the last week wrestled with this decision. She's not up for re-election at all. And she was like, I've wrestled with this decision. I am somebody who lives in a very nice neighborhood. I won't say which one it is. But she goes, I did not feel like my children were getting the proper diversity that children should get. So therefore, I sent them to another school downtown, and that's where I go to school. And I don't think I can back this vote because I don't think enough has gone into this, and I think we should pause the vote. And another woman piped up and said the same thing. Now that's when Nelson lost his shit and said, I've been working on this. Do you have a solution? 5 months isn't enough for an entire city to fuck with this many people's lives
Correct.
and their families and children.
But that also should bring up a red flag. Like, why is he pushing this so much? Why is he so, gung-ho on getting this done? Like,
I don't
do you
know.
give any reason why?
I don't know because he's
Like,
not
to
up for
it.
he's not up for a re-election right
I
now.
know,
I wish he
but
was.
He might have a secret agenda or
Yes, like they all do. Like Bill Rivenbark. Like this.
sure, like something involved in politics, or maybe he can benefit from it later on down the line. He was promised something for making something pass. Like, it's all this shit.
Because Bill Rivenbark. You throw that picture up again, Jamie. Wee Willie Winky running through the town, upstairs, downstairs in his nightgown. Like the guy's got no kids in elementary or middle school. He's not Mick Jagger. You know what I'm saying?
No, he's
like Mick's still pumping out kids.
He's more like Scrooge McDuck.
Yeah. So he's still pumping out kids. Look, him and his brother have a fucking. It's old school. I guess the Rivenbarks in this town are like an old school. Like I said, it's like an episode of Bloodline where it's just like, oh, well, I know the so and so's and my constituents are able to do this and blah blah blah.
Not cross a sugar baker woman.
100%.
Like, get fucked, lady. Come on, man. This is 2019. That old school fucking small town bullshit is over.
Yeah, but apparently it's not. Look, they got it passed. They did it. They got it passed.
Well, it's because it's like a small committee of 7 people. That's why.
Yeah. And you think that it wouldn't go on like a small community. And look, you watch the news and you watch the impeachment inquiries and all that shit, and you're like, there's no way this is happening in our neighborhoods. And it actually is. Another group came up and spoke last night, which was the school bus drivers. And all they were asking for was, they were like, hey, man, we make less than minimum wage an hour, $15 an hour. And they all came in together. Mm-hmm. Gangsters, school bus drivers, salt of the earth people. And they were like, look, we just want to return to the normal salary. It's gone down $4 over the last year. Why can't it be back to where it was? There's a school bus shortage here. I'll tell you why. They hired an outside party, Matthew Cropper, GIS. You can look that fuck up. We talked about him on another show. They hired him to come in and do the redistricting. Mm-hmm. That's a 6-figure contract. Now, you could have gave it to these school bus drivers. That would have made up their salary real goddamn quick. Yeah. You also could have hired within your own community in Wilmington and given this job to somebody else who's actually lived here, knows the traffic patterns, gone through everything else. But they didn't want that in an election year where half the board is up for re-election.
Oh, my God.
Yeah. So they didn't want that at all. They hired a third party.
It's a lot easier to, push that responsibility off onto somebody else than it is to take it for yourselves.
Correct.
Honestly. I mean, look, there's something to be said for bringing experts, but you spoke to Cropper personally.
I did.
At one of the first ones of these where they presented
He could not identify my neighborhood on his own map.
And
that's a true story.
He said he had never been to any of these neighborhoods as
well.
No.
They'd never been to the city.
Yeah.
First time in the city.
I wonder where he's collecting all this data from.
Not sure. But what I do know is he just hopped over to the next county, and he's redistricting their county right now.
Yeah, it's a scam.
The whole thing.
Yeah.
And you should have given that money to the bus drivers. But now they're like, oh, we can't fucking, we can't find that in the budget. Your budget went to somebody else out of state because you didn't want to make a fucking decision because you're all a bunch of pussies up for re-election and you're trying to pass your own agendas and get your own shit pushed through. That's where we're at now, and it happened last night. Both of my schools got switched, and it'll create havoc in traffic and all that other bullshit. That's what caused Dan and I to run. We opened up the offices today for everyone and say, hey man, because we just moved into a brand new 4,000 square foot studios. We're having a chili cook-off here. Mm-hmm. Bunch of people around. Dan thinks he's gonna win today.
I win most.
Him with
things.
your meat gazer.
Yeah.
Yeah,
it's basically it's all
Tiffany
meat.
decided that my chili name was the meat gazer. Yeah. There are a lot of different types of
There's a bunch of meats in there.
Dan was just watching it the entire time, just stirring around.
Stirring it around.
You know Jared owns the website glockgazer.com?
Is he really?
Yeah.
I like that.
How fucking great is that?
I like that. I found her name. It's Stephanie Adams, by the way. Stephanie Adams, you're a fucking gangster. She was the one who stood up in front of everybody and was just like, hey, she's on the school board. Again, not even up for re-election. She didn't have to do it. And she was the one who was just like, hey, man, I think we should pause this vote. There was another woman, Judy Justice, who joined her last night. And I want to commend them.
I like the alliteration in Judy Justice.
Yeah.
I like first and last names to match.
Judy Justice. Stephanie Adams.
Well,
Stephanie Adams.
That's a strong name. Adams is one of the founders of the country, but I'm not a big fan of that one. It's fine.
She was great last night, man.
She personally is great, I agree. But Judy Justice, that's a name right there. She should be a superhero or something.
Stephanie Adams, you were an MVP last night. To stand up in front of these assholes and just, literally speak your mind about what you were going through. And you could tell it was heartfelt and real, and like she was really struggling with the decision.
Was she?
Yeah, because I mean, look, like fucking Nelson said, this has been going on for 5 months. It has, but after the 5 months to say, you know what, man, I don't think that we've come up with enough options here, and I think this is incorrect. And in front of the town and everybody else to say we should pause this vote, and then for Judy Justice to stand up, especially because Stephanie Adams, dude, she fucking walks that talk. Mm-hmm. She told the story about how she literally went from her pristine neighborhood to ship her kid to an inner city school, just so there would be some diversity and the children could grow up.
Good on her for that.
I know. Stephanie Adams is a rock star. So that was amazing to see, because it was one of those like movie moments where you're like, take back the nights. And Stephanie Adams did that and was awesome about it. Whereas fucking little Nelson, yeah, we got to get this passed. We got to do stuff. Why? We live in a small town. They were talking about, the schools are overcrowded because there's a new school coming in. The new school coming in is like 25 miles from us. You could have left these for a while and then really looked at it. The problem is this: Wilmington's growing really fast, really quickly. There's a lot of developments, a lot of shit going on for the positive.
Yeah.
But they want to sell the hospital here for $1 billion. That's what it's rumored to go for. There's about 5 people bidding on it. Yeah. Private Medicare, and Dan could speak more on this, is extremely lucrative. And if they sell the hospital.
Yeah. Private healthcare in general is, it's so people bitch and complain about medical costs, but it's not the actual medicine or the doctors. Well, the medicine is a problem, but the doctors are the biggest are not the biggest problem. It's 80% of the amount that you pay for health insurance, for private health insurance, goes towards administrative fees. So like the administrators at hospitals, the people who process the paperwork for everything like that. It's like adding another step. Dennis Miller, actually, I think back in the day, this is like 2004 when this whole debate kicked off back in the day. He said, we have this 100% of money for medical care in this country. And for some reason, we just give 80% of it to these third parties that don't actually provide a service. Like, it's just administrative, and they're paying for themselves, basically, to exist. And then we take 20% and keep people not healthy. So what the fuck are we doing here? But that's government, right? That's why so many people, like, government isn't intrinsically bad, but here in America and in some other places, and particularly in communist countries in the 20th century, government's gotten a really bad rap because people fucking use it to make themselves rich. Like Nancy Pelosi and her husband Paul, for example, have amassed a fortune of somewhere between $120 and $200 million, essentially insider trading.
Yeah,
like he's purchase stuff that she governs in committees, like in the stock market.
Yeah,
and there's no law that says Congress can't do that. By the way,
no, not at all. And you know what's weird is they often report Pelosi's husband. He must be a really great investor because they report what he's investing in.
Really?
Yeah. So his latest one was Netflix. So Netflix, but for the opposite. So he was shorting Netflix, and I believe it's either next May or next June. And the target price was $300, and like the stock dropped for it, and it was just like,
that's crazy.
Yeah.
So there's no law that says if in a classified meeting Nancy could find something out that's going to happen in markets or whatever like that,
and then she can tell her husband,
and she can tell him, and he can make purchases based on that, and there's no law stopping that from happening.
Correct. So that's kind of where we're at. And with this hospital situation here, they want to sell it for $1 billion, and then literally, like with a B, and then build a new school here in town off of that. Right now, there's like 5 people bidding on it, and it's kind of this dirty little secret of like, oh my gosh, but it's happening in every fucking town and neighborhood there is. So the reason why Dan and I are running is we have no special interests. We have nobody to report to. We don't have fucking bosses and shit. Say whatever we want all goddamn day long.
Yeah.
And
you're not in this corrupt politic game that seems like so many people are in.
At all. And we want to take the politics out of school. But ironically, when we showed up to register, they wanted to know if we were Republican or Democrat. Why?
Really? Yeah. I was just going to ask why.
For a school board. Like, we're running for a school board.
Yeah.
What the fuck does it matter, Republican or Democrat? Why are politics a part of any local school board?
Correct.
So we said, how do we run without being either or? right? Even though I'm a Republican in real life. Like most of my values lean conservative, and look, I think Trump's fucking rad.
Repube.
But that's just me as a person, right? But these are my children. I want to hear the issues of a school board, issue by issue. There is no political element in the back of my mind regarding school bus drivers or hiring a registered sex offender, which they did at a middle school, who just got a fucking 18-year prison sentence, which their school board's being sued for it now. I don't want any form of politics to be involved in that shit for kids.
Yeah, it shouldn't be.
Why? So we're going to run as independent. You only have to collect like 2,500 signatures, which we've done. And, it is what it is, I guess. My only worry with all of this is we're in a big election year now with Trump in 2020. I know everybody's coming out to vote for Trump, obviously. Yeah. North Carolina is one of 4 of the biggest swing states for the country. And a lot of people just tick down the boxes, Republican or Democrat, whichever they want to vote for, will be on the same ballot. I wonder how that will show up. I wonder how all of this will shake out. The beauty of it is we're not going anywhere. These 2 fucks who are on the screen, Bill Rivenbark and Nelson, can I buy a consonant? Belu or Baloo or whatever his fucking name is. They're on the next election. So hypothetical, this one we lose, right? I'll play the fucking game. I'll register as a Republican and then I'll run and I'll fucking smash you. If you're gonna just chick down the boxes. I would like to think, with how big this show is, that we don't have to do that, but we'll see. I don't know. This is our first foray into politics, and truthfully, Dan and I haven't been really passionate about anything other than maybe running for mayor in like
White
10
Claw.
years. Yeah, and White Claw, obviously. But then these issues came up, and it was just like, all right, I want to fucking do something in my community, because we preach all the time of like, hey man, if you want things changed, go out and do it yourself. Be the change, And as corny as it sounds, we actually do it. Dan does it all the time. Black Rifle Coffee does it all the fucking time. Like all of our best friends and everybody we work with does this every single day. That's why we decided to do this.
Yeah.
We'll see how this all shakes out, because politics is very foreign to us.
It is. Well, I mean, we just had a little foray into politics recently with Richard Stayskull and that whole situation, and we're 1 for 1 so far, so I'm feeling pretty good about this. I mean, just for those of you who haven't heard yet, then about Stayskull, are you familiar with the situation?
No.
So he's a Green Beret, right? And
okay, yep. I didn't know the name, but I think I know. Can you continue just in case?
So he's the guy that has lung cancer. That whole situation we've talked about on the show before. And he was attempting to file suit against the Department of Defense for medical malpractice.
Yep.
Because of the Ferries Doctrine, he's not allowed to do that. Now, they've been trying for a while, 1.5 years or so, I think, to overturn that.
Didn't his wife and them put out a petition, or was that someone else?
There's been petitions.
Okay.
Like, the one guy that was really standing in the way was Lindsey Graham. So we went the fuck off on this guy. For about 3 months. It took about 3 months of us just constantly hammering these people, and then we found out last week that they're going to put the Richard Stayskull Government Accountability Act and the National Defense Authorization Act for 2020.
That's awesome.
So, I mean, it's fine, right? It's good to be able to do shit like that.
Yeah.
What's the purpose of any of this if we can't do that?
Correct.
You know what I mean?
And make a difference, yeah.
Like, ultimately, we could be doing anything else. We could be writing books or making movies or any of that other bullshit that we do. But this, to me, is way more. This is, out of all the, I said this on the Thanksgiving show last week, but out of all the things that have come out of Drinkin' Bros as a community that Jared started, I mean, all the lives that have been saved from Vigilant Guard, the books, the movies, Black Rifle, all this shit, Article 15, anything that he and I have done post Drinkin' Bros since we've been on, this is the most important thing I think that's happened, because it doesn't just affect one person. It's not for us. It's not even for the community. It's for military people who got a raw deal and need some fucking justice.
Yeah.
So I think it's the best thing that we've ever done, to be honest. I'm super proud of it. But again, it just goes to show it's not about us. We don't give a fuck about that. I mean, Ross is an egomaniac, but I don't even care. I don't even know that I'm a real person.
Look at Dan. But Dan, though, you just showed your heart. Just put his heart on your sleeve.
I am a fucking robot.
You have feelings. It's okay. You can admit it.
Oh yeah, big time.
Yeah, he does. And like, we
I
all
care
do.
about that stuff.
I know. And I think that's awesome.
And the thing is, you should care where you live. Like,
you absolutely should.
I was in Los Angeles. I was there for close to 18 years. I lived 18 years in a city I didn't care about. Mm-hmm. I knew the city didn't care about me.
But weren't you younger though? Were you younger when you lived there?
I'm still super young now, so I don't know where Tiffany. Like I am.
I'm just saying, like
I'm 28 years old.
At certain ages, we don't involve ourselves in those things as much or concern, like even like younger.
Yeah, I think my biggest issue was this. Like I went to LA and I always treated Los Angeles like Vegas, right? Where I was going to make movies, capitalize on the entertainment market, and then take your chips and get out before the city spits you out. Because that happens too, right? Where you're just like, all right, cool. Luckily, I had, different endeavors of books and podcasts and movies and all that other shit, and like that I started my own production company, didn't have to rely on the city as much anymore, whereas everybody else does, kind of. And as I lived there over time, what kept happening was you could see the people of the city caring less and less about it. Mm-hmm. Homelessness is out of control there.
Oh, it is terrible over there.
It is fucking awful.
And it keeps getting worse.
Oh, and it's worse than, I know we joke about it on the show of this, like LA and San Francisco. Go there and see how bad it is.
I've never been to San Fran, like just besides driving through, but LA is awful.
Awful.
And it's starting to spill down south even further, like near like San Diego, like Temecula areas and everything like that.
They're going up and down the coast because the weather's nice.
Yes.
So,
it's
if
rampant.
You're going to be homeless, you might as well be homeless in California.
Well, and people pick Nevada too, Las Vegas area. I mean, they have literally exits.
10 cities.
That you go like off of and you're like, okay, I need to watch it. Because you're going to get hit by someone in their cart.
Yeah.
Just fucked up on drugs.
So while I was there, the stuff that everybody was preaching about that you read on Twitter and all the news articles and all that shit, again, like about the walls and the families and homelessness and, well, we can do something, whatever. Nobody did anything. Mm-hmm. Nobody continued to do anything. The city doesn't do anything. The government of California doesn't do anything. Therefore, you're like, all right, well, if you don't give a fuck, why should I care? And that was kind of the attitude throughout Los Angeles.
That makes sense, yeah.
Now, like my office was in Venice. My office was in Venice for a long time. My production company, when it was shitty. So like Venice wasn't nice. Now Venice is all $2.5 million houses and
I was going to say Venice is nice, like at
gorgeous.
Least in 14, yeah.
And there's homeless people living in front of these $2.5 million houses.
Oh yeah.
And they're pissed about it. They're putting boulders in the streets now in Oregon and
San Francisco. San
Francisco, just to get them to not sleep in front of so they couldn't set up a tent. Mm-hmm. You're seeing people step over one another for a problem that you could easily correct if you decided to.
Correct.
You just don't want to.
There's a lot of things in the way, and I've discussed this previously with people that I used to work with in politics, and a lot of them were union people in California because I lived there for a while as well. One of the ideas I had was why don't we take these people who are that don't have job skills and teach them job skills and put them in fucking pathways to do that shit? Because look, we're in an information and service economy now, but there's still a lot of work that needs to be done. There's still construction. There's all kinds of shit going on, and it's not like you have to be a fucking brain surgeon to figure it out. It's sometimes it's hard work, sometimes it's not, but it's work. And it's a pathway to independence. That's the most important thing. Like welfare is not a pathway to independence. It's supposed to be a short-term thing. For example, Northern European countries like Sweden, for example. If you're unemployed in Sweden, there's no 50 weeks or 90 weeks or whatever that you're on unemployment and then you have to get a job. They will keep you on unemployment until you get a job. But the difference is they work hard to find you a career. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like it's help you set you up for one and give you technical training?
Correct, yes.
Okay.
So the difference is like the government exists to protect people. And protect isn't just national defense. Protect is also protect you from like shitty circumstances. Your fucking industry just evaporates overnight. That is not a problem for that person or that industry. That's a problem for all of Americans because then they become a burden on the rest of us, right?
Yeah.
But there's other shit that still needs to get done. So transition them. Fucking figure it out, guy. It's not that goddamn hard. We just don't have the will to do it. It's easier to hand somebody a check for $400 a week than it is to teach them a skill and actually do the hard work. And Americans aren't willing to do that anymore.
Yeah, and look, California's biggest problem, in my opinion, was immigration. So they got hammered.
Mm-hmm.
They get absolutely flooded with immigrants.
Well, still are.
Yeah, absolutely. They still are. And you have to feed them, house them, do everything else. And that takes away from the budget from the city for homelessness and other things. But every bleeding heart liberal in California says the same thing of like, oh no, we can't send them back. America's full of immigrants.
But it's destroying California.
It is. And they have no money to do anything.
I know.
Therefore, it is imploding on itself right now. And you're seeing it. And there was a special on 60 Minutes last Sunday night with Seattle. They did in Seattle as well, where they were talking about the homeless. And
they're pretty bad up there, too.
They're horrible up there.
Yeah.
All up and down the West Coast is horrific. And they were interviewing these families, and they were like, well, we can't afford, like they have jobs, and they're homeless, and they live in these tent cities. And they were like, well, we can't afford to live in this city because they're not paying us enough money. Motherfucker, why live in Seattle? Like,
correct. Yeah, you don't have to live there.
I would love to live in New York City, right? My house there would be $8 million.
Yeah.
Personally, I love New York.
Yeah.
I cannot afford to move there. Therefore, I'm not going to bring my fucking kids up there and
Absolutely
my wife
not.
and be like, let's just rough it and see what happens. We'll put us in a 1-bedroom at $3 million and then see where we go from there.
But there's so many people out there who are so used to having things handed to them and not having to work hard for them because maybe they grew up that way.
Right.
So they think that the government's just going to go ahead and take care of them, which unfortunately the government has shown that they will if they just want to be a lazy piece of shit.
Yeah.
And keep giving them money. Like you'll see people who are on welfare who have like iPhones and all this other stuff.
Yeah.
And you're sitting there going, wait, if you actually did not have that and spend the money on those bills and that phone, you'd be able to afford other things. Like maybe a place to live or like food for your kids. Who knows?
I have to take umbrage to that opinion. I know what you're saying in general, but I don't think at this point in American life that a phone is a luxury. Like it's something that you have to have.
Like a necessity?
Yes, it is.
I know, but what
it's
I'm saying
utility at this
is
point.
like the new iPhone 11 Pro Max.
No,
like, do you really need that one? I'm not saying a cell phone in particular.
Right. A lot of these people had the best technology.
But that's what I'm saying is I remember seeing someone on welfare once, like, living on stamps, and they had a better iPhone than me. And I'm just sitting there going, like, really? Not saying they don't need a phone. Mm-hmm. I'm just saying, like,
you don't need the 11.
You don't really need. Do you really need a new one?
Yeah.
Why?
Yeah, Razor works just fine. Daddy, that's all Daddy wants is a fucking Razor.
Financially smart.
Just an old school Razor. I'll take the old one too if I was,
You just want to be able to like, when you hang up on someone, do it appropriately and just like fucking hang up on them.
Flip it, dude.
Flip it.
Bang.
Yeah.
Bang, bang. But yeah, California itself, like they're going through all these problems now, and you're looking at with wildfires as well, where a lot of these electrical wires should have been underground. They're not. Now the high winds are shutting off the power. Like it just keeps getting worse and worse and worse. We did a story here about them shitting in the streets. You can't get arrested for that anymore.
No, there's a number of things in San Francisco that have been quote unquote decriminalized. Mm-hmm. Public urination and defecation decriminalized.
How did that get taken?
Essentially, using drugs in public, you're fine. You can sleep outside. You can't be ticketed for that. You can't be arrested for it. You can set up campground. You can fucking do whatever the fuck you want. Prostitution, which I'm fine with that. But for the most part, the rest of it is just like, it's broken window theory. It's quality of life crimes. The idea is that if you walk into if you went, let's just say you got two families, right? Like your parents are divorced. Dad's a shitbag and your mom's really tidy. Mm-hmm. You go over to your dad's house and there's shit all over the floor and it looks like shit. You're probably going to treat that place like shit.
Sure.
And if you go to your mom's house and it's really nice, you're going to be like, oh shit, I got to take my shoes off. It's instinctively, you think those things. So the idea behind broken window theory is that if a place looks nice, if people aren't out on the corner selling drugs, if there aren't prostitutes all over the place, if the windows aren't broken,
most likely people won't be doing
people will fucking behave themselves more. And it's usually used in conjunction with something called community policing, which is where instead of an enforcement strategy, cops are walking a beat and getting to know the people that are in their district.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Which is the way it used to be back in the day.
It's the way it should be now.
Yeah.
Because cops get disrespected every fucking day. Obviously, we saw with the Starbucks thing. And it's like, dude, you either you have to start changing as a community, or you'll get overran by it, which is again that's what's happening in California.
Well, you know what? I think that whole idea is really funny. So there's a lot of people on the left, and I don't want to generalize because I'm not conservative. I don't give a shit about any of that. It's fucking stupid. But anyways, there are a lot of people on the left in this country that have this perception that all cops are bad, or that there's so many bad that we should throw the baby out with the bathwater and all this horse shit. But when confronting a bully or something like that, they literally teach. Like I've seen some of these seminars where they teach to be kind towards a bully. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So like where's that? Where's like, hey, let's be nice to these police who are fucking working for shitty pay, long hours. Half of them aren't getting paid for the overtime they're working. For example, during the 2016 presidential campaign, the Secret Service agents and then the Department of Homeland Security agents that had to come over and backfill them by February of 2016. Mm-hmm. So 3 months into the campaign, they were all capped out on overtime. That means from February until November, all those people that are doing protection details for all the candidates, $0 for all that shit. They did all that shit for free because they believe in our republic, period.
Yeah.
And what do we say to them? One guy fucking slaps a kid in the Midwest somewhere, or one asshole out of the 3 million cops in this country, 25 of them may be pieces of shit, and everybody's fucking done with cops now. Get fucked, dude.
Yeah, man, and the culture's got to change. Will it? I don't know. I mean, look, the rhetoric keeps getting amped up more and more and more, and it's like, fuck, man, even with this, like, we're using this platform. Somebody just wrote in and said, hey, man, how will doing a podcast affect running for the election? It won't. There's a case right now where a guy from SiriusXM is not allowed to talk about his campaign on his show because there is an FCC law where you have to have the same amount of time for every candidate. Yeah.
That's why Trump had to leave The Apprentice.
Correct. And with us, it's different because we're a podcast. We're not licensed by the FCC. However, we get millions and millions and millions more listeners than they do.
Yeah.
Trying to cross over into video, see what happens with that. But
I know
audio is where it's at right now. Rogan's mastered it in video. He's been the one that's crossed over.
I said Jesse and I were just talking about that today.
Yeah.
A little bit.
Yeah. We're trying. That's what the big push is with this new studio and going live all the time and doing all this shit. But the audio is still there. That's the sweet spot, Daddy. That's 6.4, brother. But to put a bow on this little bonnet here, ultimately getting out of California, like, don't miss it. I never fell in love with the city or love the state or anything like that. There is pockets that I like where my wife is from, like in Ojai.
I don't think I know where
Ventura.
It's at. North, okay, Ventura.
Yeah,
I know. That's nice. There's actually a lot of farmland out there.
Yeah, and it's cool and it's kind of hippie and
there's a lot of fucking doper hippies out there.
Yeah, my wife's mom owns a weed store.
Actually, she was telling me today that her mom's kind of hippie-ish.
She is. She owns a weed store.
By the way, when I say
she owns the best weed store in Ojai. By the way, Shangri-La is the name of it.
When I say
in Ojai, you want to go?
When I say doper, that's not a pejorative term. I am a doper.
Absolutely. Everybody
Just
smokes
saying.
weed. Everybody smokes weed.
Yeah.
So look, it's not going to affect us at all. We're not SEC licensed, so it doesn't fucking matter. We can do whatever we want. Put people's pictures up. We can buy a consonant from fucking Nelson Belu all goddamn day long.
I feel. You know what? I am just curious if he actually talks like that.
Does.
Then how in the world was his experience in the military? Because he would have got eaten up. He was man.
He was a military police officer.
Okay, well that makes sense.
Like he was an officer, which means
that like fits the way he looks and probably the way he talks.
Yeah.
Sorry to any MPs out there, officers, but
most of the
generalize.
Most of the MPs I know did it just to get into CID later on, so they could have careers in law enforcement afterwards. I'm fine with that, but people, particularly in the Air Force security forces, who were pulling people over for driving too fast on like Camp Taji in Iraq, for example, fuck off. Come on, man.
Yeah,
I was committing war crimes over there. Give me a break.
Yeah,
I'm outside the wire committing war crimes.
I know is pretty good when it comes to MPs. The officers is the ones that
the Army's pretty good with MPs in my experience. I haven't had a whole lot of trouble with them.
I mean, I haven't had any trouble with them, so I
did a lot of weird shit.
Them.
So.
Well, we got one in our fucking district here who's really going for it. Really doing it. Really fucking doing it. Fuck you, dude. Fuck you, Nelson. And this is going to go on until 2022 for you, brother, because you're not out of this election, and I can't wait to sit next to you and you say one fucking word to me. By the way, he is registered as a Democrat.
Yeah.
On the board of the school board, which again is so fucking crazy to me that you have to register as Republican or Democrat for a school board. What do children have to do with politics? You can't even vote till you're 18. At that point, you're out of school. So what the fuck? What are the?
Well, that would show you right there the premise kind of behind things and why they're doing it.
The system's broken. These people are fucking broken, And again, for Bill Rivenbark, sell your fucking house, old man, because you're going to be able to put it on Zillow that you got the fucking pristine elementary school. So go ahead and list it now, man, because if I get in there and you have to see me on a weekly basis, man, that's not going to be fun. It's not going to be. That's going to cause a heart
Some
attack,
heart
I would
problems?
imagine. Yeah.
I was going to say.
Yeah. But his brother's on city council, head of the fucking Azalea Fest.
We've got some
Love that goddamn
we got
things.
some breaking news here. You ready for this?
Fire away.
George Zimmerman.
Yep.
Remember him?
Oh, yeah.
Murdered Trayvon Martin, and that's what happened.
Sure.
He stalked this kid. Like, he thought he was a fucking cop.
Yeah, he thought he was a fucking cop,
He's
yeah.
trying to fucking play John Wayne out in the streets and fucking because this kid got an attitude with him, he shot him. By the way, if you're a fucking teenager out there and some fucking random dude comes up to you harassing you in the street, you should beat the shit out of him just like Trayvon did, honestly. Fuck this guy. Anyways, he's suing Trayvon Martin's family for $100 million.
Oof.
For quote-unquote malicious prosecution and defamation.
Defamation. Like, you can sue anybody.
Dude, he already had a shitty character. He didn't need defamation.
He's been arrested like 3 additional times
after
since
that.
this shit happened.
Yeah.
For dumb shit, for gun-related shit.
Crazy.
Dude, he is searching so hard for that money right now.
I feel like somebody should just beat this guy in the street. Just like not beat him to death or anything, but it's like hold him out, like take him out into the street somewhere and just slap him.
George
repeatedly.
Zimmerman. I'm surprised he hasn't been killed yet. To be honest with you, like it's
by an activist. You mean?
Yeah.
Yeah. That is.
Well, not only that, but we've been to Orlando. We're friends with some of the PD down there.
Yeah.
Like, if you're gonna kill somebody, Orlando's the place to do it, probably, right? Casey Anthony, Trayvon Martin. There's some famous murders down in Orlando. That alligator.
Casey Anthony was never convicted.
Floridians are
though.
just crazy people anyway.
Yeah.
Somebody started a rumor yesterday that Casey Anthony was pregnant with twins. It's not true.
Oof. Dan, that's your girl.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What do you mean?
Dan likes the crazy.
That's my bang pass.
I know you like the girls. That's your bang pass?
Yeah.
You know Dan likes crazy women. Like, if he's not on the edge
I know.
of dying every single night in the bedroom.
But then he ends up liking him too crazy, though. And then they become too much for you.
In the past, yeah.
Yeah, you know all about that.
Are we going to make that shirt?
Yes.
What's the shirt?
No.
Are we allowed to tell her?
You know what? Yeah, tell her.
Wait, if you tell me, you're telling all of Drinking Bros.
We're telling everybody.
Okay.
We'll tell everybody.
I mean, it's gonna happen either way.
Yeah.
Eventually.
There was a girl who drove 13 hours to see Dan after they broke up, and we call her Benghazi.
Yeah.
Yep.
Because of the movie 13 Hours.
Yeah, obviously. And I felt like Dan went through the same hell as yep. She was crazy. So Dan wants to make a Benghazi shirt for.
This is Jared's idea.
Oh, is it okay? Jared wants to.
It's always Jared's idea. Anytime anything like this comes up, it's Jared's idea.
He wants to make a Benghazi shirt for this girl because everybody's been through that situation where it's just like, remember the astronaut, the female astronaut,
diped up.
Yeah,
drove from Houston to Florida. Yeah.
She diped up so she
did.
could piss and shit herself so she could drive faster to this guy's house.
Yeah.
And fucking wet him down.
I've never been in that situation.
You haven't? Well, girls, it's different, right?
What do you mean, girls is different? No, I've never done that.
A guy that's that crazy is just going to murder you. It's not going to drive.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like,
I've dated some crazy dudes, but what I'm saying is, as a female, I've never done that because no guy is worth giving that much of a fuck about.
Not once?
What's the craziest thing you've ever done? Guy-wise, snooping through phones. Yeah. What have you done?
Have you gone through
I've looked through. Yeah, but the first time I looked through my ex-husband's phone is I found out he was cheating on me. So.
Oh, gotcha.
That's
you know what I mean?
That's just confirmation bias.
It was just weird because it was like 2 a.m. right before my deployment. I'm like, why the fuck is his phone going off? Type of thing. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And then I uncovered like a bajillion fucking lies throughout our entire relationship, and it was a good thing.
Wow. So you were deploying. If I'm him, right, and you're leaving the next day I'm assuming for months. I had to go to a 2-week course, and then like literally a day later, I was going to Afghanistan. Yeah.
So yeah.
So for him, just turn off the phone for that day, brother. You know, like it would have been the easiest thing in the world.
All I told him, the thing I was probably the most upset about, I was like, if you're gonna fuck up, not down. She looks like a fucking dude. Like,
really?
Yeah, like do better than me at least. If you're gonna,
dudes never do that.
Dude, that's what I never understood. But
guys don't have.
She was
it's
like,
not about hotness. It's just about
But supposedly he never did. Like, it was just like dirty talk. Supposedly, I think till this day, he still will stand his ground and be like, no, I never did. But it was the fact that he lied about like really big major shit. So, no, that's probably the craziest, maybe. I mean, of course, I researched people.
Little Google.
Really?
I mainly research people for friends.
Okay.
Like, information on like individuals, but I can find out a lot of stuff. Because when I worked interrogation training for 3.5 years, so we learned how to look up everything on people.
Yeah.
Most of the stuff I did investigative-wise at Homeland Security was open source information, like on the internet and on social media. Yeah. Like I would find out more from there than I would from our fucking databases.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like I can go to one of my databases right now and find your social security number and your phone number and shit.
Oh, easily.
But I can go to social media and find out who you were hanging out with a week ago. You know what I mean?
Yeah, of course.
That's totally different.
You can find out a lot from social media.
Yeah, you can find out who's eating peanut butter off your dick,
That too.
That happens a lot.
Oh, I meant to ask you this. When's the last time?
Axe?
God fucking damn it.
Come
Get
on,
her
Tiffany,
out of here, dude.
This is proper
Get her
English.
out of here.
AXE.
For fuck's sake. What's your experience with Dots Pretzels? You're a Missouri person, right?
Oh, man. I just got introduced to these.
Yeah.
Changed my fucking life. So, obviously, Dan, huge personality, right? I'm in an airport.
Dots
I'm
pretzels?
in an airport, and he goes, hey, man, those pretzels you're eating are bullshit. And I was like, what do you mean?
Why? What pretzels were you eating?
Just normal
Some
generic,
Snyder's bullshit pretzels.
Snyder's, yeah, exactly. Just normal generic Snyder's pretzels, right? And I was like, man, they're pretzels. And he goes, well, they're not Dots pretzels. And I was like, what the fuck is Dots pretzels?
Oh,
and
Dots pretzels.
The bag. Those are the best goddamn pretzels I've ever had.
Yeah,
in my
I
life.
grew up fake smoking those as a kid.
You can buy them on Amazon now.
Yeah.
Are they? Let me ask you: is it cheese? What is the flavoring on those?
It's not cheese.
No, it's not cheese.
It's like this lady started making them in her basement. But now they're all over the place.
I'm a big fan.
It
I'm a gigantic fan.
They're made in Velva, North Dakota. They became a cult phenomenon.
Goddamn right it did. Goddamn right it did.
It's a gourmet snack. Has a delightful swirl of buttery, sweet, and spicy tang all in one bite.
Yeah,
there's definitely some butteriness to it on the back end. You know what I mean? Like the butt,
those are good.
I feel like right in the butt,
in the butthole area.
Yeah. I don't know what blend she put together, but yeah, they're fucking good.
Who are you talking about, blend wise?
I'm saying the chick.
Dot.
Oh, is that after a real person?
Yeah.
No shit. Yeah. Well, shout her out. What's her name? What's her full name?
I don't know. I'm looking on here.
What's her government name?
I don't know.
Tiffany Hart looks at the internet. Tiffany Hart looks at the internet.
They actually also have you can buy a bag of Dots seasoning rub. Yeah. Which is like the same shit she puts on her pretzels.
All right.
It's on Amazon right now. If you go to Dots Homestyle Pretzels, you can get a 1 pound bag. Or you can get the seasoned pretzel snack sticks.
Sure, you can get a 2 pound bag.
2 pound bag.
Motherfucker.
You can just sit there and shove your fat face with all these delicious pretzel sticks.
Goddamn right you can.
Oh, look at that. She's got... Is that hers
There's
too?
all kinds of recipes on the website.
Oh, okay. Because they showed
cheesecake, meatloaf. I've heard it's really good. Like if you crush them up and use it to bread fish.
Sure.
Yeah. It's really good.
Actually, I'm wondering if they use it for the crust in that cheesecake. Actually, speaking of delicious foods from Missouri, have you guys heard of Ted Drew's frozen custard?
No.
Oh, is it like... well, I mean, I'm a Culver's guy.
No, oh my God, it's
custard.
10 times better than Culver's. Yes.
I mean, I'll try
Ted Drew's frozen custard. I think they only have 2 places in Missouri, but they're fucking amazing. So if you ever go there, yes, you have to go.
Where are the 2 places? Because Missouri's a big state.
So they reside in St. Louis, at least from what I know. One of them, I for sure know it's by my old house. It's off Chippewa, I believe, near like Lindenwood Park. You guys aren't going to know it, but I'm saying for people who might know. What?
Taft, Cherokee, and Choctaw. My baby, she's a Chippewa. Oh.
No.
She's a one of a kind. Bing, bing, bing. So was that you, the Chippewa?
No.
Okay.
Are you an engine?
No.
Engines is that right?
Is that you saying? Is that the politically correct word?
Are we getting the show?
I believe so, yeah.
Is the show about to get shut down?
No, not at all. Not at all. I'm trying to share it into the Drinkin' Bros.
What,
group.
Dots?
No, the live show.
Oh, yeah, don't share Dot. No, Dot. The show is already shared
Dots.
to the Drinkin' Bros group.
Oh, great.
I had Jared do it earlier.
What about Emo's Pizza?
No. You seem shocked that we don't know this and we're not from Missouri.
It's not just a Missouri thing. It's kind of like all strewn about the Midwest.
Okay.
So if you travel at all, you would know. No?
Yes,
kidding. You guys do.
I mean, I lived in...
Listen, you love to smoke.
I lived in Madison, Wisconsin. Smoke weed?
Yes. Emo's Pizza
Yes.
is like specifically made for people who love to smoke. Like all the big old stoners in Missouri love it, and they have for years.
What's the deal with the Quick Trip pizza? Are you familiar with this whole thing?
I love QT.
Yeah,
but I don't know the pizza that
I
well.
like QT. I've never had the pizza there.
I've been told recently that the pizza is like just dope as shit.
Really? Is it thin crust or thick crust?
I don't know.
I'll try it.
I don't know.
I'm down for a QT. There was a QT in my neighborhood in Georgia, and
is there?
Yeah.
I love QT.
We used to go to QT every day.
QT and Sheetz. Sheetz is like a North Carolina thing.
Sheetz started in Pennsylvania.
What I'm saying is the first time
Shits.
But they're down in North Carolina now.
Yeah.
I'm saying the first time I saw it was when here in North Carolina.
They have that pretzel bun. Here's what I like about it. You can order a whole meal without ever having to talk to another human being.
That's nice.
I know
that too. Well, you have everything in one stop, which is what I like about it.
Well, and you can buy condoms and hero sandwiches.
All
what else do you really need?
Well, or you can put a condom over a hero sandwich.
You can White Claw, a sandwich, and fucking and condoms. What else do you need?
Nothing in this.
They got a lot though. I love those. It's smart for a gas station to do that. To have everything one-stop shop.
Yeah, that's why Starbucks has multiple bathrooms. Because you're drinking coffee, you're shitting everywhere. You know, it's just smart. Just smart business. You know, who else has got a smart business? GhostBed.com/Drinkin Bros. That is the mattress of the future, but it's here today. Go to ghostbed.com/Drinkin Bros today and get yourself a mattress. 36-month pay-as-you-go program. No interest. No fucking interest.
Don't they do a good
$38 a month.
Military and
15% if you're military or first responder. You get 15% off forever, everything in the store. You ever lay your fucking tits down on a ghost bed?
No, I've been trying to at Dan's.
What do you mean trying to?
Not like with my husband.
Oh.
You invited Chris and I over.
I did, yeah.
Okay, that's what I'm saying.
But you guys are so busy doing military stuff.
So when Chris and I can go over, we will. I've been trying to get my tits on a ghost bed.
We're all sleeping in the same bed, by the way.
No, we will not.
Yep, threesies.
All three of us, my two dogs, your two dogs, same bed.
Yep. It is 7.
And it sounds like a night from hell.
It's a twin bed.
Yep. Very
I'll
snug.
just let all of you, like you two men and the dogs cuddle, and I'll just sleep on the motherfucking floor.
You act like that's a thing. Like I've not slept with other dudes before.
You have.
You just got to
I'm
go.
not acting
you
like
have to go
I
ass
know
to
you
ass.
have. People in the military, it's not the butt.
No, I sleep
not
ass
the
to ass.
butt. No.
Ass to ass. Because I wake up
butt.
every day with a rager. I can't risk it, dude. I can't.
Yeah.
I can't risk being in his butt, and I can't risk him rubbing against me and then waking up having a boner. I'm like, well, am I gay now?
Yeah.
Because I don't know.
Gay in this
Not that I have a
situation?
problem with being gay. I mean, it would be probably easier.
Nobody
to be
ever
honest.
has that problem.
Probably would be
It
easier.
probably would be easier.
I feel like being gay would be easier. Like
Well, here's what's not easier.
would
I'd have
almost
to,
just rather like
I would have to start grooming myself and better
Correct.
and dressing better, and I just don't want to do that.
No. You need to find yourself a nice bear to, because you're a real life Ron Swanson, I feel like.
I am, yeah. I
and
only eat meat.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
I just saw him the other day and actually thought of you.
Everybody. It's starting to be a thing. Somebody sent in this that's on the bottom of Dan's desk of Ron Swanson.
Yeah.
And it's pretty much as close as you'll get in this life to a real life Ron Swanson. Mm-hmm. But I could see you snuggling down with another bear dude, just sucking each other off. I was talking about Bloodline earlier. Like, it was a,
Did they do that in Bloodline?
It was a subplot of that, I believe.
I haven't watched that show.
Yeah.
It's a guy from Friday Night Lights, right?
Great.
Coach.
Great fucking movie. Or great TV show.
I like Animal Kingdom better.
Bad ending. Oh, people love that on TNT.
That's a great fucking show.
Yeah.
Great show.
By the way, ghostbed.com/Drinkin Bros today. I know that I didn't cap that off, but I love your products, and they had a fucking monster Black Friday deal, and they're having a kick tits Christmas deal is what they call it in the biz. Real tit kicker in the biz. Who else we got?
We've got Felix Gray.
Yeah.
Tiffany was wearing these earlier.
Yeah.
I know.
But your fat face stretched them out, though. So they don't fit mine anymore.
I have a normal size human head.
But no.
No.
I have a small. Well, I guess
you
I
have a tiny head.
You do have a tiny head.
I
Tiffany.
do.
It's super weird. It's really tiny.
I have a long fat face.
I feel like we should call
No,
a doctor to get your head looked at.
Shut your fucking mouth.
Wow. No, you're fine.
But I really do love these though.
Yeah, they're great.
And they don't have like this yellowish tint. It's like some of my other, like the cheap ones I bought off Amazon.
You can't get the cheap ones. That's
no,
the deal.
you really
I
can't.
know, but that was the first time I heard about any type of blue lens. Like
it's crazy,
glasses.
right?
Yeah.
So look, the average American spends 11 hours in front of screens, computers, TVs, iPhones, iPads, you name it. These things, it's like a
They
patent
save my
that
eyes.
block out I know. Everybody's got them. Dan was wearing them before they became a sponsor. And
Yeah, I was.
When they called, it was just like, holy shit, it was a happy accident.
It'll save you from headaches too. You get so many headaches just staring, and you think it's just because you're dehydrated. It's mainly because you're staring at a screen.
They're great. Go to felixgrayglasses.com/drinkinbros today. Free overnight shipping. And if you have a prescription, it's like an extra $20 and you can get them prescribed. So you're good to go. But those are amazing. You can take those.
I know.
Everybody who comes here,
we'll get you some.
Everybody who comes here.
No, I was going to buy some the other day because I don't like mine anymore. I don't like mine.
And everybody who comes steals them, by the way.
Oh yeah, I'm sure. Well, I even are these? No.
No.
What are these?
Those
ones?
are just
those
weird
are Jesse's
glasses.
prop.
Those are Jesse's prop glasses. I was going to say that was kind of
news.
weird, but these I like.
What's that jug of water, by the way?
It's to hydrate.
Oh, you're fine. White Claw.
Listen,
and,
I've been fucking traveling so much. I haven't been eating well. I haven't been drinking enough water. My toe cramped up last night in my Airbnb.
Really?
Dude.
Creepy.
Right? I'm like, I guess I'm going to start chugging. You know how that goes.
Yeah.
You're like, oh, wait, I'm really dehydrated. I'm going to start chugging water.
By the way, that Felix Gray deal, you get it's free shipping.
Mm-hmm.
And then 30 days risk-free. Use it for a couple weeks, and if you don't like it, send it back.
Yeah, if you don't like it, you can send it back at felixgrayglasses.com/drinkinbros. How long did your husband have left, by the way, overseas?
He's not overseas.
Oh, he's not?
No, he's just in Arizona.
What the fuck, dude?
I know, but I'm saying we were always TDY. We're always gone on temporary duties.
So when is that gonna end? Because we want you here. We want you here. We want Tiffany Hart.
You mean he's going to keep working. I might be able to. I'm slowing some stuff down.
Okay.
Starting next year.
I was thinking about going
Tanya
Harding on one of her legs.
Please don't. I have two bad knees already.
Well, you're going to have
a crowbar and
one worse.
No.
And then, I'm gonna.
It needs to be like a military injury or something. So
I'll
I can
do it while
listen.
you're in uniform. It's fine.
I jump out of planes. I'm bound to injure myself.
I'll wait on the drop zone and then run up like Jeff Galooly.
God, no. Listen, I guarantee one of these times there's gopher holes. Like no joke. Or like
just jump on Luzon.
No, I hate jumping with
rebar will go through your fucking
offense, but I hate
my
jumping
buddy
with the army.
That's what he used to call his wife, the gopher hole. Okay.
But there's these gopher holes on the drop zone, and there has been dudes before who will like slide in and get their foot stuck in a gopher hole, and their body just continues to go. Obviously,
pop out an ACL.
Or break a femur or tib or something, dude. Yeah,
you break a femur. That's intense.
Torn both ACLs, so I'd rather not do that again.
Jesus Christ.
Speaking of gopher holes, Roman ED is a sponsor as well for today.
GetRoman.com/drinking bill.
You want to try that again?
I got ahead of myself. GetRoman.com/drinking bros. Get your boner on.
Wait, what's that?
There it is.
I had to make Alec, our producer, put his glasses on because he won't stop looking me in the eyes.
Yeah.
Was it making you feel uncomfortable?
Jamie's tucked back in a booth, so there's no eye contact there. But Alec is out in front, and we don't need to see that.
No one needs to see that.
We don't need to see that. Did your husband take boner pills?
No.
He should.
He's hard all the time. I can kiss him, and he'd be like, bing, and I'm like, hey, settle down there,
Here's
feller.
the thing. For recreation, though,
I would take some.
They're the best. Women do.
I would totally take. No, I'm not even kidding. I would totally take them.
Women took them on the Drinkin' Bros cruise.
I mean, all it does is
plump up that lab. Am I saying that right?
Plump
up the
lab.
The
lab. Yeah.
Plump up the lab.
If you want to shorten it, the labia.
Dance.
Major minor.
Labia.
Look,
labia.
It's free doctor's visits. They ship it right to your house in a discreet box. You're getting boners in fucking hours, dude, is what you're doing.
4 hours. Girls really do take it? No,
girls,
girls
and dudes, dead serious.
It increases like
the blood flow down there.
Blood flow and oxygenation in your blood, stuff like that.
Now, they're not promoting that, obviously. That's just what we've seen. But you can have a fucking boner forever. And if you have erectile dysfunction, you don't have to go to a doctor and have them fucking judge you with your pants down and be like, I don't understand. Tell me why you're not getting a boner. Let me see your dick. And it's like, bro, I got to fucking work, man. I don't have time for this shit.
That's got to be embarrassing.
Yeah. Get the fucking boner meds shipped in the mail. They're the best. Everybody's taking them. The best fucking feedback we ever got was a guy.
His wife was very angry.
Pissed.
Why? Because she had a boner for so long?
Massive boner.
He didn't have a boner for so long, but he fucking drilled her like 8 times in one day, and she was just like, I'm done with this shit.
Yeah.
Because her vagina was sore as fuck, and she couldn't even walk.
Yeah, get that dick away from me, guy.
Gotta get that dick away.
Her.
So what we did was we sent her one of those small handheld cattle prods.
Yeah.
And she's been zapping him to keep him away.
That's a good problem to
now
have.
he have to.
That's a good problem to have.
Well, it was. Now he can only get hard when she zaps him with the cattle prod.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's classical conditioning, so it's
Sure.
like now that's their life. So whatever. I mean, shit.
That's everybody's
Good
life.
on them. Hey, whatever works for them.
Hey, man.
Shit.
You got to get it on.
No
You got to get
judging.
it on. Look, we're going to have some people on here because we got a big
I'm gonna go. We're gonna be on for 4 hours. So I'm gonna go piss right quick, and then we'll bring on a
I
guest.
say I kind of gotta go, but
Go ahead.
I won't leave.
You flip it to one,
You've
Jamie.
already been since we've been fucking sitting here.
You can flip it to one because there's a guy
bigger
in
than
my
me.
fucking neighborhood. Go ahead. There's a guy in my neighborhood who is a superintendent and did nothing for us during this fucking whole shebang, dude. His name is fucking Eddie Anderson. Here's the thing. Bill Rivenbark was able to get his fucking neighborhood into a school system that he's never been in, ever. That area has never been in, ever. Ours has been in for 18 years since its existence. You couldn't do shit to fucking save us from leaving both schools that we're close to. So to you, Eddie Anderson, I think he lives like 4 houses down. You're welcome to come over to my house and talk to me about it face to face. But if your house is on fire, I would not piss it out. That's how fucking angry I am about this whole situation. Both schools we moved away from, motherfucker, you're on the goddamn board. That's why I'm running, man. I want to help my fucking neighbors, help my friends, listen to other people's problems, man, because you didn't do shit for us, bro. Alec, grab Eric Tanzi. Is he out here? Grab him and bring him on, dude. We're in the midst of a chili cook-off here. There's 15 to 20 chilies from all over the world. There's actually 3 people from the country of Chile here at the campaign kickoff right now. Come on in and hop around, dude. Yeah, you can do whatever you want, dude. You live by your own rules here. We're Tanzi fans.
Oh my god.
We're Tanzi fans. Come on in, brother.
Hello, sir.
Good to have you.
Hello. Thank you.
Good to have you.
for having
You backed
me.
into Buzz
I'm
Aldrin.
so sorry.
Yeah. So we're gonna keep this up by your.
right.
There you go. Is that a comfortable distance for you? Think?
It is.
Yes, it is.
As my wife would say, close to my lips.
Close to your lips. What episode were you on last time?
It was the sports one.
Yes.
And live from Raleigh.
That's right. Live from Raleigh. So we did a show from Instill. He needs to pull it over. Is he good? He needs to move that way.
Oh.
Well, he doesn't know that. He's look. We're all learning here. We're growing together. We're learning. Jamie, why don't you come and tighten it for him so he doesn't have to hold it like a little lady. Tanzi, we did live from Instill Distillery.
Yep.
We did a live show there. You have rum. Do you have the rum?
I did. I brought our spice rum, which you haven't.
Do you have the bottle? Do you have the bottle?
I didn't bring it in here.
Grab it. Is it here?
It's outside.
Is it close?
Can we go outside?
Yeah, go ahead and grab it.
Yeah.
We'll keep talking about our nonsense here, and then grab those bottles. I'd like to drink it live on air. That's some of the best rum I've ever had. You're a Drinkin' Bro. It was made by Drinkin' Bros, and we always support Drinkin' Bros businesses. So we're super fucking amped to have him back.
Drinkin'
on the
Bros.
show.
That's the name of our show.
It is. There you go. Another chili just showed up.
Yeah, Drew Lemix.
Lamox.
Lemmy. Slippy, slappy, swimmy, Samsonite.
There it is.
My bad.
Drew.
Get off your fucking phone, Tiffany.
You shut your
Drew
mouth.
went through a hardship recently.
A hardship.
Yeah.
Like having to hang out with us?
No. Having been a fan of Michigan.
Oh, shit.
So Drew, because we'll have him on the show a little bit later, made me an Ohio State bet. Every year I make a bet with an Ohio State fan or a Michigan fan on the Ohio State-Michigan game. With him, it was the fucking starter jackets.
Yeah. Those old school ones. I used to have one. That's one of the first
I'm
gifts.
about to have one.
That's one of the first gifts that I really liked that I ever got from any family member. My uncle bought me a San Francisco 49ers
starter jacket.
He was a Cowboys fan.
Okay.
But he still bought it for me even because he knew I liked the 49ers back in the day.
Come on in. Drew, you're here. Come on in.
Come sit down, you piece of shit. Walk in front of all the cameras,
here.
by the way. Don't.
Eric Tanzi's going to be back in. He's getting his rum. And come on in, Drew.
I won't break it this time, I promise.
Don't.
Just don't touch it, fuckface.
You just moved it to me.
So while Tanzi fucking grabs his rum, I'm going to talk to you about the Ohio State-Michigan game. That was amazing. It was everything that I hoped and dreamed for. I would say it's probably the opposite for you, right?
Yeah. I was hoping at least for a close game.
And it was not.
No,
it was an absolute ass pounding. Obviously, you listen to Drinkin' Bros Sports. When you heard our predictions, and you know I've been on fire in college football this year, why did you think they had a chance?
Well, we had that conversation a couple weeks ago where you said your side bets,
Yeah.
you weren't doing so well with those. So it kind of gave me a little bit more confidence. Plus the Michigan State game was just so bad. The Notre Dame game was so bad. And with it being at home, I was like.
So my side bets are hair because he's right. I've lost, 2 hair bets?
It's mostly to me, though.
It is.
Like the other bets you make on the side, you win most of those.
Oh, yeah.
You just lose bets to me all
of
the
those,
time.
yeah. So with you, there was another guy before you named Steven Edward. He was in Drinkin' Bro Sports for a while. Got kicked out. Do you know this guy?
No, but.
He went too hard. Like every day was a fuck Ohio State post, and it was like, hey, man, we've won 15 out of the last 16 meetings. I don't know what you're saying fuck Ohio State for. You won once, right? Yeah. Eventually he got kicked out, but I used to bet him every time. And I used to get this weird shit. So that behind you, that signed Urban Meyer picture was one of them. And so when we bet, hey Tansy, we'll have you back on in a second here. So stay close. But when we bet on the last one, it was a signed Dwayne Haskins helmet, and he got fucking pissed off and never sent the signed helmets. So you were up this year, and I was like, dude, let's do starter jackets. Did you order me a nice? Yeah,
that link that you sent me, they were sold out of XL.
Oh, at Kohl's?
Yeah. So I found the same one and got it ordered. It was a little bit cheaper too, so it made me feel a little bit better.
Okay.
But yeah.
We're gonna do a ceremony here at the studio.
That was my idea.
Yeah.
At least originally.
It was Drew's idea. So yeah, we're doing it where it's the Masters and you have to put it on me. And then since you live in town locally and you're working with us, Drew's gonna help us out with SEO. And again, we're trying to get the video aspect of this show up and running. So Drew's gonna be joining our team here. And I hope every year this now continues where you have to get me something fucked up every year. Because let's face it, Michigan ain't winning next year.
Yeah, that was my biggest point for this entire season was if we're going to do anything, it's going to be when we have Notre Dame, Michigan State, and Ohio State all at home.
Yeah.
That's the best opportunity for all 3 of those games, home field advantage. And next year, well, we don't play Notre Dame next year, but Michigan State and Ohio State both away. I mean, who knows how Michigan State will do? Probably still pretty shitty, but Ohio State's
Michigan State's always got a good defense.
Good defense, and that's it. But it's the same with Michigan, too. They only have a good defense.
A good defense,
We talked about this on the sports show this week. I don't know if you watched it yet or not, but Michigan is not an elite football program.
Yeah.
They want it to be because it's a big school and it's a big name. They're great in basketball, or have been at least. Now I think they're coming back in basketball, actually.
They just lost last night to Louisville, but, I mean, that's a 1-4
Louisville's
game.
a good team, yeah.
Well, Louisville's number 1 in the nation. And actually, tonight, since this is live around the world and the show's going up live, we've got a big one tonight. Ohio State is number 6 in the nation.
Yeah.
And we're playing
Wait,
basketball.
6 or 7? They were 7 last time I looked.
We
6
were.
now?
Yeah, so we're 6, and and North Carolina's 7, so we're playing them at UNC tonight, which, look, part of me thinks we should just drive up there and go to the game. It's not till 9:30.
Why?
Is that a weird
TV?
start time? I guess
it's got to be TV.
It's the prime
right?
time game for ESPN, but 9:30 is like, hey,
that's too late for an East Coast game, homeboy.
It's weird, right?
Yeah.
So I think we'll win. But Drew, I have a feeling that you'll be getting me gifts for years and years to come. Is there a point where you'll stop and be like, hey, man, we're not going to win. I'm sorry.
So I kind of feel like how Notre Dame was several years back when Michigan just beat the shit out of them for years in a row, and then they canceled the rivalry before that game.
Are you bored?
Yeah.
No.
2015, I think, or something like that.
Yeah.
So I kind of feel like that. I feel like as soon as I call off the bet with you, we might win, and then I'll be like, well,
this is the fucking cognitive dissonance and delusion that defines Michigan football fans. It's gonna be our year next year, brother. No, it's not. It's never gonna be your year.
I was
Drew.
telling
Never.
Katie, I was like, yeah, it's because I didn't wear the right shoes and I wasn't wearing the right T-shirt. Like I'm superstitious as fuck with it. So
are you?
Yeah.
You know, I am not, because I'm not on the team and I'm not playing, but I do feel that I should wear whatever my favorite team's jersey is on that day, or not a jersey or a T-shirt or something like that, like to get in it and be there with them. But it's not going to help either way. Like,
no,
you
I don't
guys
play
take
for the
this
goddamn
shit
team.
way too seriously.
Tiffany, honestly, you're a rape candidate right now, talking like
You
that.
guys are so boring.
you're.
I don't follow sports that much.
By the way, when I say rape candidate, I mean to your husband, because that's what gets my wife. Like, that's what. Hey, man.
I was ignoring you in that comment, so I don't even know what you said.
You shouldn't have.
Okay.
Ask Jessie when
Aren't
she
you
stops
a fucking?
caring about sports.
Aren't you a St. Louis Blues fan?
I grew up liking the St. Louis Blues and the Cardinals. Yes. And we watched the Rams win the Super Bowl the one time they did.
Well, they're not there anymore. So.
I know. They're in Los Angeles.
So I'm going to read. Did you read this Michigan?
I saved it. That made me fucking
blog.
laugh my ass off.
This is, by the way, so I'm going to read this. Here, Tiffany. This is how seriously.
Tiffany!
Listen to me. I'm important. Listen to me. I'm important.
Like my brain immediately shuts off the minute I hear all this shit.
Wait, this is gonna make you actually perk
I feel
up.
like this is a lot of not like just extra shit that I just don't need in my brain right now.
So
no, it just is. It's like all this nonsense.
Here's how seriously this is taken, and this is the funniest blog that anybody's ever written. It's very short, and I'll read it. We hired Jim Harbaugh to close the gap with Ohio State and win championships. We're 5 years in. The gap is wider than the day he took over. The response from a large swath of our fans/alumni is, they cheat and Jim has done a good job and we were on the way up. What the absolute fuck is that nonsense? Rosy-cheeked, Eddie Munster-looking bastard Ryan Day pranced his ass into our stadium. He walked straight up to Jim, smacked his goofy-ass diabetes glasses off his face, threw him to the ground, dropped his drawers, and deposited a giant fudge dragon onto his face. Jim was helpless to defend himself. He mumbled those dumb shit words about how he'll drink more milk and eat more steak and get him back next year. This man makes $7.5 million a fucking year, and lets a dude who was homeless for 3 years take a shit on him. What the fuck is that? How do we
Wait,
accept
was Ryan
this?
Day homeless?
No, he wasn't homeless. He was just an assistant coach.
Oh,
what the
that's
fuck
not
is
the
that?
same, by the way.
Just the sentiment of it is.
How do we accept this? I'm sick and tired of watching OSU treat a once proud Michigan man like a $10 hooker. Plus, to add insult to injury, we have to deal with Matty whipping out his old wrinkled balls and dragging them across Jim's face. This must stop. Now, I hate Michigan with every fiber of my being, but I love this guy, whoever wrote this.
He was
It's
very
pretty good.
detailed.
The guy he's talking about, that he's referring to about Matty whipping his balls, that's an 80-year-old man. There is
Well, obviously,
nothing
because they're old and wrinkly.
worse than having an 80-year-old man's balls drug
How
across
would you
your
know?
face.
Because he works out. He works
Because you
out.
worked in LA.
No,
you
he-
had to do what you had to do.
Yeah, you gotta get that movie made, you know?
He works.
Hey,
He
you
works
need
out
to-
at Planet Fitness, and
He's always naked. Like all the old men
All
in
the old dudes
in
are
the
naked.
Fucking
A
locker room.
lot of naked old dudes in
they
there.
call it Planet Fitness dick in your mouth. Whoa, easy! Don't
Listen,
don't spray.
this is a new
Fitness dick in
computer.
your
Let's
mouth.
not do that.
Don't spray.
Okay.
I've never heard that, and I like that.
I'm anti.
You haven't?
No.
You never heard like,
Planet
are you in the
Fitness dick in his mouth?
Are you in the pizza or like was it? Oh yeah. I don't know. There's a meme that's like, are you in the fitness? Yeah,
Fitness dick in your
pizza
mouth, yeah.
mouth. No, it's pizza. But
Yeah, but
whatever.
dick is the fucking
Nobody
thing.
says that.
I
Nobody says
did.
that.
I do like pizza though. What's
I
your
love
favorite
pizza.
kind of pizza? Go.
Any of
Pepperoni.
them.
No, not like style. The whole thing.
Oh,
Neapolitan.
New York.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
I like them all.
Well,
You gotta go all out.
wait your turn. But sure.
Man. So, I used to say New York because I hadn't been to Chicago yet for a while and had their pizza.
Yeah.
I've been to Chicago a bunch of times. I hadn't sat down and had it because everybody's like, oh man, it's a fucking Chicago experience. You
Yeah.
gotta sit down and have a pizza. And I was like, come on, man.
You mean like the
After-
super deep dish
Correct.
Chicago?
After
Okay.
a Cubs game.
Messy, which is where the sauce is on top.
Yep.
So messy, dude.
And
No,
dude,
that's what it's called. It's called messy because the sauce is on top.
exactly. And Jesse and I sat down one night after a Cubs game and got loose on a Chicago pizza, and I was like,
Well, yeah,
oh,
because you were drunk
no.
though too. That
No.
makes it taste better.
So we
You
went
said
back.
get loose.
We went back again sober,
Oh,
and we
okay.
were like, "Hey, was this as good as we thought? Same place, same everything," and it was amazing. And I was like, "Man, but it's two different. So you need a fork and a knife for that."
You have to be sitting
That's
down
so
with a
much.
fork and a knife.
Correct.
Yeah. So if I'm walking around, if I'm drunk at night, definitely Neapolitan style. I want New York pizza. Toppings.
You skipped me, dickhead.
Depends on the mood.
You just said we were going in order.
Yeah, we were until you fucked it up.
Tiffany.
Go ahead.
He just skipped
say
me.
say your
Well,
thing.
go
Say
ahead.
your thing. What is Detroit?
I love all pizza.
Somebody in the YouTube comments said Detroit deep dish. What is that when there's like a fucking somebody
Buffalo
stealing
chicken
your,
served in
thin
a hubcap.
crust.
somebody
Okay.
stealing your car while you eat the
It's
pizza?
served in a hubcap in Detroit. That's the deep
I
dish.
think thin crust is really underrated, but it's
I love
still
thin
pretty
crust,
fucking
yeah.
good. Like so, Cecil Whitaker's pizza and Emo's pizza that was kind of in Missouri
I still
or
haven't
around the
had
Midwest. Dude, those are so good. There was like a sausage bacon one. That was the last Emo's one I had. That was like an orgasm in my mouth. It was amazing.
Pretty sure you probably had
explosion
well,
in my mouth.
Yeah, wrong set of words again.
Gushers, remember that gum back in the day?
Yeah. Yep.
It was like that. Yeah,
I knew
burst.
a guy. There was a kid in my basic training. By the way,
Yeah.
I don't know why I've never told the story on the show before, but he would always order fried eggs, over easy, right?
Yeah.
And
So
he would
gush in his mouth.
He would eat all the white first. He would eat all the white first. He would cut around the yolk, and then he would pick the yolk up in a spoon, put it in his mouth, and it's like
That's fucking weird.
I'm like, why are you doing that, dude? He goes, oh no, I just like the way it feels, man. I'm like,
whoa.
Like you should talk to the chaplain probably.
Yeah.
Because he's gay too, so you guys can fucking hook up together and boing, touch wieners, because that's gay, right?
Yeah.
A little bit gay.
It's not gay. It's just a weird fucking.
It's gay.
It's a weird
Tiffany.
thing.
Back to the point of all this. What can you like?
Pizza's my favorite food ever. If I had to eat one thing of one type of food for the rest of my life, it'd be pizza. Because you can have dessert pizza, breakfast pizza, normal pizzas, all the fucking kinds of pizzas.
Yeah.
Listen, I have a hard on for pizzas.
I see that. Yeah.
You get a wide on, you mean?
Wide on. Yeah.
Is that your wife?
What's a wide on?
A wide on is
Not
a girl
wife.
boner.
Girlfriend?
Oh,
Something.
way to stick
Something.
your
You guys-
foot in your mouth.
What's your name? You can't just roll through, Katie, during a chili cook-off and like nothing's gonna happen.
Here, pass that to Ross.
What's up, Katie?
This is eggnog with spiced rum from Instilled.
There's barely any eggnog in it. Let's just be real. Because I took
great.
a sip and it was very.
That's great.
You're also a lightweight, Tiffany.
You could always just interview her.
A super lightweight.
Right, I'm
She's a
really
Notre
sick of
Dame
White Claw
fan,
right
though.
now.
So
Are you a Notre Dame fan? I am a Notre Dame fan. Pop on.
Just
Pop
walk
on.
right in front of those
We'll swap
cameras.
it
Don't
out.
worry about it.
Watch the Buzz Aldrin behind you. It's signed. It's signed. So are you Drew Lomax's girlfriend?
Something like that, yeah.
What are you guys calling it?
Talking to the mic. There we go.
Here's
Oh, boy.
what
mic
I always
there.
ask when somebody's cagey about discussing their relationship status.
Yeah.
Are you guys
new?
stop?
It's brand
oh,
new.
it's brand
Stop,
new.
Drew. Are you
Drew,
guys? Are you
Drew,
guys?
don't get to speak on this.
Are you guys
Drew.
going raw and is he blasting inside you? Those are the two things.
Holy
that
shit!
Hey,
Are you
wait.
kidding?
Tiffany, that's what you asked.
Those are the two things. You can tell how
Rude.
close somebody is
No,
by
that's
those two
rude.
things. It's not rude.
So I've known him for a long time.
Okay.
Okay, that's not an
Condoms?
answer to either one of those
Condoms,
questions.
yes or no?
Listen, if you don't know anything about women yet, we like to explain things.
She said no. Tiffany, she
No.
said no condoms.
Good.
So blasting
Okay.
inside of you, yes or no?
Yeah.
Yes.
I
There
guess.
you go. There
Fuck
you go.
yes.
Jesus, my-
I love that. You
Easiest
guys-
answers in
Wow.
the world.
Gonna
Welcome
make
to
a
the
little
show.
baby.
Hi, I'm Katie.
Yeah, welcome to Drinkin' Bros, Katie. Obviously, this is pretty much the JOB for us.
I caught some heat for that earlier, but that is the standard go-to two questions. Like if somebody
So
says,
what is that supposed
well,
to mean?
we're,
Just out of curiosity.
we're dating. Like what does that mean? Dating can mean anything. Oh, we're talking. No, if you're fucking without condoms and you're blasting inside of her, that means you were serious about this woman because dudes don't take risks like that.
No.
Not in today's age. That's not true. Not these days. Dudes in
Yeah,
the
I agree
military
with
do.
her.
Yeah.
Guys
Dudes-
don't really think
No,
about
I was
that
gonna say
shit.
guys don't give a fuck.
do you have,
There has
do you have
been
children?
guys on like
No kids.
Okay, good.
Yeah.
Good. Are you on the pill?
Yes.
Do you want to have children soon?
Eventually. Not
Okay.
right now.
Yeah, of course.
Like
You're what, 26?
28.
28. Okay, I was close.
You were.
I like that a lot. So
See,
how
that's
long you been
smart,
dating Drew?
smart man.
I just moved on here like 3 weeks ago.
There's
so
the
about
eyes that
long.
both you guys are making. Something else is going on here. Are you having sex with a basketball team?
What?
It's a question that is got to be asked for the
With a
masses.
Basketball
Are you
team?
having sex with another man?
No.
Okay, so you're
Exclusive is
Yeah.
what you mean.
Yeah.
Thank you, Tiffany.
That should be the
Are
third
you
question. That's a good
exclusive?
one.
That should probably
Thank
be
you
the
for-
number one question.
It's-
or maybe
that's
like,
a
hey, are you
single
guys,
three-part
Hey, are you guys
question.
in a serious relationship or is it an open relationship? Are you guys exclusive?
So-
and then you can ask the sex.
No, it's
shit.
funnier
I
to
just-
ask it the way I did, and everybody knows it, Tiffany. Everybody knows it. Mm-hmm. God damn it,
Yeah.
dude.
There's a reason
Some
why
things
you
are
get
like,
crazy
he
bitches.
hasn't even asked me these questions yet, so you guys asking me. I'm not quite sure yet.
No, I like it. And you're a Notre Dame fan.
Yes.
I apologize for that.
Don't.
It's been a rough
It's a
set
ride
of
or die
years.
life.
Girl, school him.
Oh, touchdown, Jesus. It's been tough sledding for you.
Yes, I'm aware.
Is this your first Drinkin' Bro event?
Yes.
It is.
Yes, but
Welcome.
I've been hearing about you guys. So.
We're pretty decent people, except for Dan asking if he got you get blasted inside.
No, that's
Yeah,
a perfectly
it's the
reasonable
first
thing
time.
to ask.
Yeah.
First time I've been asked that.
I said I would rape my wife earlier, but we
Hey,
have
I'm
a deal.
Dan.
Yeah, yeah.
Do
We have a
you
deal with that, though.
let guys come in
So
you?
that-
Sweet. Okay.
I don't have sex with men.
I'm just saying.
No, without a condom. That's a big deal, Tiffany. 'Cause that's a baby
Is it?
truster. Yeah, it's a baby
Oh,
truster. Is
I
what
had
we
no
call that in
idea.
the business.
Yeah.
Do you trust somebody to not
you married?
have your baby?
I am.
Yeah?
Oh
Yes.
yeah, I've been for 3 years
Aw.
now. Yeah.
And you
But
were
since
married
the
before
beginning,
that,
he was
too.
And
coming.
he can grow a really sweet mustache too, which is
The
The
best.
best
Might-
mustache,
Straight
like
stash.
porn.
might be his best quality.
Curls
Yeah.
as a
up,
human being.
everything
Mustache.
like limo
No,
He doesn't
driver
curl
looking.
because he's in the military, so he has to like get it.
Ah.
Like he pushes the edge, obviously, because he can.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's awesome. A flavor saver. for
Living on the
later.
edge. Well, look.
A flavor saver.
Thank you for
Yeah.
coming out. I hope you get blasted in tonight.
Oh, thank you.
And I'd say go Notre Dame, but I don't know where they're going. If you'll do us a favor and grab Eric Tansey, who just brought these lovely drinks in.
Yeah?
That'd
Yeah,
be
tell
awesome.
that fucker to get in here.
Thank you so much.
Thank
you for
you.
being on. You grab Tansey, the Tansey man. We're Tansey fans. You got the rum. Is this eggnog you gave us?
Yeah, but I'm telling
It's
you right now.
mostly
No,
rum.
Weakness, right?
I'm telling you, it's like 90% alcohol and like a smidge of water or something,
That's
and
my
then some
weakness.
of
My
eggnog.
weakness is eggnog and rum. I could
Yeah,
drink
but to
cartons
me-
and gallons of it. Same thing with a splash of eggnog.
You
I'm gonna
need-
wait till he gets in
Really?
and taste it live
oh,
on air.
see,
Yes.
I'm a type where
love
I
it.
need my alcohol not to really taste like alcohol.
Oh, really?
Kinda.
This is too much.
Like it's a lot.
It is not too much.
Are you
It's-
kidding? Did you take a sip
Tansey
of
man,
it?
come on in, Tansey.
There's not enough nog in this fucking mixture you made. God.
There
Maybe
is.
you know what- you know-
There
Rum's
is.
floating on top.
I was gonna say, you know what? I said we probably need to stir
So
that.
what do I do?
honestly.
Just chug it?
Sit
the
her
whole
on
thing?
down. Wait, no, so
Use
so
your
here's the
man
thing.
finger.
Where's
No,
your, where's your
this
bottle?
thing has been
Let's see your
places
bottle.
you don't want to go.
All right, so we did a live show
God
at
damn it.
Instill Distilling Co. This is their bottle right here. Jamie, can we see this? There we go.
Retarded.
There's spice flavored rum. I've not had this yet, correct?
No, you have not.
Ooh,
No,
I'm
no.
amped about it though.
No.
This was your fucking place was our favorite, dude. You're living our dream, I think, Dan. Is what
Yeah,
happened.
that place is fucking
we talked
dope.
about
Nightmare.
you for like a fucking week after that.
No. I talked about you guys for like a week after that.
We love you, dude.
Well, I brought you guys a gift because you know I'm a gift giver.
You are.
Obviously, the first time I met you, I had to give you a gift.
and a very generous lover.
But
Well,
absolutely.
yeah.
So I brought you and Dan gifts. So
Oh, you got us
yeah.
some olives.
yeah,
Reduced sodium.
yeah.
Look at that.
I may or may not have farted in those, but
Do you have any with
Oh,
extra
God, the worst,
sodium?
right?
Just
There it
set
is.
them down.
Yeah.
I'll get 'em.
Thank you very
Yeah,
much.
no.
I appreciate
Thank you
it.
guys.
So, is this to taste the rum with the eggnog, or is this the vice versa? Like,
well, I was in such a rush. I ran outside and I grabbed the eggnog and I just threw rum on the top.
Okay.
Didn't stir it. Couldn't find a stir stick. Was panicking. 'cause I
don't
thought I
worry
needed
about
to
that.
Be back in here.
I
So all
just
the rum's
stirred it
sitting
with
on
my
top.
finger, so you have an
and you
extra
just-
flavor in there.
But you know, I didn't want you to have to just drink the rum straight. You know, I felt like, yeah.
oh, this is how I get
Well, I
down.
appreciate
Yeah. Yeah.
Tiffany, that's a little strong for you.
Yeah.
It's good.
I like a splash of eggnog.
that is pure booze.
Yeah, it is. Yeah.
Jamie, cut over to Tiffany's face
No,
right now.
I'm
Andrea's
good. I'm
going
recovered.
through it right now.
Oh my god, that's a lot. Nope, I'm not doing it again. No, because I already know what it's gonna taste like, and I'm like,
That was
Oh.
actually the Rohypnol, not the
Yep.
rum.
I
That
make
was
terrible
the
faces, by the way, but
Ruhebnau.
If you give it a shake, because the rum really is sitting on top because the eggnog is so
no, I
thin.
just stirred it up with my finger.
Oh, whoa.
Oh, he got me. He got my face. Lucky you. You guys saw my O face. I'm kidding.
Look, I'm a gigantic fan of this. I'm a gigantic fan of your rum. The audience at home loved the show you were on. We got a lot of great feedback. You have some of the craziest stories ever because you're a cop.
Yeah.
oh
yeah.
shit.
Well, here's the beauty of it.
Thanks for your service.
Yes, and everybody who messaged us and said, "Dude, we love Eric Tansey. That guy was awesome. Have him back on." I hit you up and I was like, "Dude, come down to our chili cook-off. I know you're a good cook. We shot a video with you earlier. We love your rum. You're the go-to party guy." But when we got off air, you told me a couple of the craziest stories ever that you were like, "Oh fuck, I wish we would have told those on air."
Oh,
Sure,
I want to hear.
I did. I
Yes.
did. And then I even thought of like more. And I was like, man.
Fire
shit,
away on
I
your
don't know.
cop
I don't
stories.
know. I got one.
Oh,
Well,
the cop
I'm going to tell
stories?
you the very.
Yeah.
I'll tell you the very last story of my career because I did get fired. right,
Sure.
for opening a distillery.
Oh, I was gonna
Heinous
s-
crime.
Oh,
Heinous
I was
crime.
going to ask how long you were a cop for.
Yeah,
Victimless
7.5
crime.
years. I was in the Army for 7 years and then
Oh, okay.
7.5 years as a cop.
What'd you
Good
do
for
in the
you,
army?
So I started out as a Cav Scout, and then I went deployed, was attached to a Special Forces unit, came home, went to selection, got selected, went through the Q course, graduated SEER.
Yeah.
Yeah. Met some really good friends there. And then got in trouble in language school, got a little hung up because I was young. You know, this is all like 15 years
Yeah.
ago. And then went back to group with no Green Beret, and then got to stay with the group for 4 years, being a no-tabber, and just kind of being Yeah, just that's what I did for the rest of the time. So.
No shit.
Yeah.
And then you got out and became a cop.
Well, I got out to sell wine because wine was like my biggest passion.
Really?
Yeah, I was a big wine guy.
Ooh, I like you already.
Yeah, so got out to sell wine, realized I was a shit salesman.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Terrible
salesman. The lingo that you use in the
You have
military
to be
is
a
not
good
the
salesman
same
with
lingo.
the-
Yeah.
Hey,
the wine
motherfucker,
industry?
buy this wine.
Yeah, right? Yeah.
Can't say that.
Because it's fucking good. That's why. You know what I mean? Like,
Okay.
so I did the only other thing a C student can do without college. And that's become a cop.
Nice. Nice.
Yeah.
What was your craziest story? Tell us.
Well, I mean, I don't know what the craziest is.
When we got off air, you told me the craziest story, and I was like, what the fuck?
Yeah,
What the fuck?
there's some crazy
Dig
There's just so
down
many.
into
But I'm
your
gonna,
brain
so
bank.
we'll tell a few, I'm sure.
Yeah, fire away.
But the one that I had forgotten that I haven't told you at all was my last call.
Okay.
We told you my first call.
Yeah.
Now you get to hear the last one. So right when I was going through the throes of being fired, I got moved to the college district because they were like, well, he's not going to do any work anyway. Let's send him to where there's absolutely no crime.
Oh,
College
yeah,
district.
yeah.
Really? No
Right?
crime?
NC State.
Yeah.
No, those guys.
Oh,
Those kids
no.
are. Well, they have the NC State police that take care of all their stuff.
Yeah,
so
but those
Raleigh
guys don't do
police,
much.
Yeah, Raleigh police don't do anything.
Yeah.
So it had been like 2 weeks, and I literally had not taken a call. Like I listened to all your podcasts, listened to Drinkin Bros podcast, literally for 2 weeks straight, not doing anything. Yeah, 12 hours a night, just watching all the YouTube videos, whatever. And so there's finally a call goes out that I can't ignore because I'm just too close to it. I'm like right down the street. It's like 3 a.m. And it's a manic white woman. These are the call comments. Manic white woman having an episode.
What?
Yeah. Really?
Oh my gosh. Well, dude, you want me to bring him in here and like me get out?
No. He's mid-story. Yeah, he's mid-story. Can you stay for 20 minutes or no?
Yeah.
He's got to go, dude.
That's a serious wife and kids commitment right there.
Yeah.
It's like good.
We love you. Let me shout out your company. What's the name of your podcast?
21 Gun.
21 Guns.
Spell it out, 21gun.net, and it's with the Reverend Warriors.
21gun.net, Reverend Warriors, and that's Donnie O'Malley's. Yes.
Yeah.
We love you. I'm sorry.
It's all right, shit happens.
Yeah.
Maybe.
You should have said, hey, man, I got
I
wife
know,
and
you
kids.
should,
I
yeah.
can't do this shit.
I got my wife and kids down here and up there, so I got to go to that one next.
Oh, boy.
Wait, 2 sets?
Yeah. I'll tell you
What just
what.
happened here?
Sit in where Dan's sitting in right now. We'll swap that out. Come on and sit in. That way, hey, you can say, look, I'm on air. So don't leave me, wife and kids.
My people will get.
There we go.
Mad about it. Fire away.
All right, so I'm too close to this call. It's manic white woman having an episode. And I'm pissed because I know I'm not going to be a cop for much longer. It's like my days are numbered. It's only going to be a couple of days. And all I'm thinking about is being a distiller anyway at this point because I know I'm getting fired. I'm like, ugh, manic white woman. Great. White people problems. Because I worked in a district where there were no white people.
Sure.
Period.
Oh, okay.
It just wasn't. There wasn't any white people that I worked with. So I drive down the neighborhood. It's a nice neighborhood. And standing out on the sidewalk is this beautiful 22-year-old female, blonde hair, wearing a cutoff, like right where like the bottom of the
crop
boob.
top?
Yeah.
Yeah, but the bottom of the boob was hanging out.
So the underboob?
The underboob was coming out.
she
it was
wearing
like
a swimsuit
t-shirt.
top?
It was like a t-shirt. No, it was like
Oh.
a t-shirt that she like cut, and the boob were kind of hanging out, and she was wearing like a Lululemon.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Lululemon.
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 The story's going to be
Whatever.
I like the way
sexy.
you say it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So she's
Right?
wearing those pants, and very vividly remember all of this, by the way.
Obviously.
Like it's like creepy how much I remember.
Is it Christmas 7?
Yeah, no, right? So she's got them folded over though, like as if those pants aren't revealing enough. She
Sure.
folds the top,
Yeah.
so it's like just cresting the pubic line.
Yes. Big
I
fan.
feel like she purposely got this outfit because she knew cops were coming. Like, oh, shit. Like,
right. And she's standing out
To
of the
get away
driveway,
with
and I'm
whatever.
by myself because this is like a call that like no other cop's gonna help you with. They're just like, it's 3 a.m. They're all doing their own thing, so I know nobody else is coming, just me. And so I'm coming down the street and I see this and I'm like, oh my gosh. And I'm like, all right, you're a married man, 3 kids.
Yeah.
Like, you're mature. You're a cop.
Oh, okay.
Like, you
I
got
didn't know if
this,
you were
bro.
married.
You got this.
Yeah.
Like, just get out and be professional. And I'm like talking myself through it. So I open the door and I'm like, hi, ma'am. Officer Tansy with Raleigh Police Department. What's going on tonight? And she's like, okay, officer, listen. So I'm just going to be honest with you. I called my boyfriend, and he's my ex-boyfriend, and I called him over last night because I was really fucking horny, and I offered to suck his dick, but like he wasn't having it, and so everybody comes different. And I guess my orgasms are a little bit aggressive, but anyway, I came first because I'm a selfish bitch. I offered to blow him, and he totally freaked the fuck out, and he's going to put it all over social media, and I just fucking... And she just goes nuts. And I am like, holy, this can't be happening to me.
Yeah.
So I've got my
Wait,
body
she called
camera
the cops
on.
on this?
Yes. So I've got my body camera on. And now I'm like, I gotta get a female officer here because this is getting thick. So I call in for an officer, and then I feel the tap on my back. And at 3 o'clock in the morning, as a cop, like completely focused on one thing, you don't want to feel that. So I snap around, and he's like, officer, it's this guy. He's like, officer, that is not what happened. And I was like, all right, sir, go stand over there, because I'm a little bit annoyed that I just got snuck up on.
Sure.
It's 3 o'clock in the morning. I'm grumpy anyway.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And now I'm dealing with white girl problems.
Yeah.
So I'm like, can you just go stand over there and hold on a second? I was like, ma'am, can you just give me? She's like, no, I'm walking to fucking Bear Creek, which is like hours away. It would be like the longest walk ever.
Right.
I'm like, yeah, you're not walking anywhere.
Was she drunk?
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, yeah.
I figured.
So I'm like, all right, now I'm trying to argue with her about not walking, and the arguments go on. And finally, the other female cop shows up. She's a young rookie cop that I don't really know. She doesn't know my sense of humor at all. And so I'm like, you stay here with her, and ma'am, can you just tell her the same story you told me? And then I'm going to go talk to him.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And like, I'm pissed. And so I drag this guy over the side, and I'm like, sir, were you assaulted tonight? Let's just cut down the chase. Were you sexually assaulted?
Sure.
And he was like, no. We didn't even have sex. And I was like, well, then you get back in that house right now and you take that vibrator. Whatever she was offering you, you take. No, I'm just kidding. I didn't say that. I did not say that.
I wanted to. Really?
I wanted to, but
That
I was
would've
like,
been amazing.
I was like, so he was like,
You
officer,
man the fuck up.
He's like, I didn't even have sex with her. He's like, I broke up with this girl back in June, and this is like in like September. He's like, I broke up with this chick back in June. Like, I only dated her for like a month. It was a one night stand, the kind of thing. She's nuts. And
Dan's kind of woman.
yeah. And she was like, there was no dildo involved. I don't know why she keeps saying it. She was like, shut the fuck up, Dan, because his name was Dan. His name was Dan.
Goddamn right it was.
She's like, shut the fuck up, Dan. I have to fucking blow you. You said no. I pulled out my vibrator and you freaked the fuck out. And he's like, officer, that's not. And I was like, oh. And again, I wanted to be like, why didn't you just take the dildo?
Yeah.
Like, matter of fact, I'm gonna come back and get the dildo.
Sure.
I'll do it.
Yeah.
So I say, like, okay, so you weren't sexually assaulted. Nothing happened. He was like, no. He's like, she was crying. She was manic. She was nuts. I said, did she say she was going to kill herself? And I'm like, please say no, please say no, please say no. He's like, no. And I was like, thank you, God. Mm-hmm. And he's like, she just went nuts. And like, she wanted to have sex and she did offer to blow me, but I said no. And I was like, okay. And then what happened? He was like, nothing. I left. She was like, shut the fuck up, Daniel. I pulled out a vibrator and tried to use it on you, and you fucking freaked the fuck out. And I was like, it sounds like to me that you were assaulted by this dildo. Like,
yeah.
And he was like, officer, I'm telling you, I'm telling you, there was no dildo.
Yeah.
Now I feel like he knows that. And I got the body camera on, so I feel like the body camera knows I'm trying to be funny at this point.
Yeah.
It's a serious situation.
Yeah.
Sure.
But I really wanted him to tell me he was sexually assaulted, because that's where our generations are up right now. Like, dudes are calling in and being like, I'm going to be honest with you, if I was in college and some chick whipped out a dildo on me, I don't know.
So our very first episode was called Pegging Explained, right? So what
Really?
you're talking
Whoa.
about is
Sure.
pegging.
Maybe.
Essentially,
Yeah.
And the difference between how society treats you if you're pegged. Sorry about you if you have a real wife and kids and now you're involved in a pegging
No, that's not how
situation.
it works. Well, you got 3 kids, right?
Yeah,
So,
you got to spice it up, obviously.
Goes
But
the other
but there was some people after that first episode of Drinkin' Bros that were just like, "Yo, man, I'll take a peg here and there." It was just like, "Hey, man, that's."
But is it gay?
I don't. That's the question.
Yes.
Dan is saying no from off camera here.
Yes.
There's nothing that a heterosexual woman can do to a heterosexual man.
Well.
Yes.
No. Have you heard of
He's
Amazon
saying
Style?
No, but we'll get him back.
Have you
on.
seen
I
Amazon
think-
Style?
I
No.
disagree.
You
with
haven't seen Amazon Style. I would say Google it. They have a lot of just type in like Amazon Style sex position.
Okay.
It's a thing.
Yeah. Yeah, we'll Google it.
Yeah,
for sure.
Google. Yeah, totally.
Yeah. Again, you were on a different podcast altogether, and you're probably like, "What the fuck is happening?"
I don't even know where I am right now.
Welcome.
This
You
is the
were off
Drinking
camera.
Brothers?
Yeah, exactly. The Drinking Brothers. I'm sitting in front of a signed
The old
O.J.
man.
Simpson jersey. I know you have a hard out because you've got wife and kids,
Yeah.
and you can't party all day here.
Yeah, my kids are watching, 5 and 6.
Are they really?
Daddy loves you. No.
Oh,
God, I
this
was
is
gonna
really
go too.
awkward. Hi.
Definitely not a kids show, obviously.
No.
But you work with Donnie O'Malley a lot.
It's kind of like an umbrella type of thing. So Donnie O'Malley, Vet TV, about 4 years ago, they were hanging out in somewhere in California. A lot of beaches out in California. One of the beaches there.
Tons.
Yeah, and they
Shit on
decided
all of them.
that's right.
kidding.
That's right. So we
Yeah.
don't live in California. We're in the East Coast, the right coast. So he decided that, hey, let's get together, wear our silky shorts. For those who know what silkies are, they're your short shorts that you can see all your bits and pieces when you're walking around. And they decided to do a hike up the whatever beach it was. We'll call it.
Was
Long
he
Beach.
shirtless?
Probably. I hope so.
He always is
Yeah,
shirtless.
he is always
He's
shirtless.
He's got a great
The only
body.
person more shirtless than him is Rudy.
Yeah, Rudy Reyes. Correct.
yes,
I was
always
just going to say
shirtless.
that.
Always.
But yeah, so then it became a thing. So now we do Silkies hikes all over the nation. We're doing 60 Silkies hikes next year. We did 38 this year. We get about 150 to 300. I think we had 400 at one of the hikes.
That's awesome.
They're for veterans only, but if you're not a veteran, you can volunteer and do all sorts of wonderful stuff. I run their podcast. They brought me on. Gosh, I guess about 6 months ago.
Okay.
And really what we're doing is bringing veterans out of isolation. That's what it comes down to.
Yeah.
Because the number one thing that causes veterans to kill themselves, I think, and I think a lot of us think, is isolation. People staying in and not getting out and reconnecting.
And not being with their brothers and sisters
Yeah,
that
yeah.
were before.
So, I mean,
I'm glad you brought that up today, which is why we look. Yes, we're doing the campaign and Chili Cook-Off, but more or less too, we wanted to open up our doors to the community and say, "Hey, man, we're here. It's a brand new studio. Come on in. Any drinking bro, any walk of life was welcome to come. There's a bunch of people here today. You stopped down, and we're super grateful, man. Thank you for
you guys.
for
I mean,
coming.
I never even. I don't want to sound like. I mean, I'm busy, right? So I don't get to listen to a lot of podcasts and stuff. But just talking with Eric, he's like, "Oh yeah, Drinkin' Bros did this. Drinkin' Bros." I'm like, "Holy shit! You guys have like a little cult following out there, a big cult following out
'cause
there.
They're doing a
Everyone's
film.
They're awesome
They're
community.
They're showing the premiere of their film at our distillery.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
So I've been
over-
talking to them all about Drinkin' Bros. and
But
they're
yeah,
like,
all
"Wait."
these little webs of connection. That's seriously, they're gonna save lives. I mean, it's just getting people out. So yeah, you're playing your part too. Everyone's playing their part.
We are, and we try. And like, I know we're a comedy show, and we say a bunch of fucked up shit, and things are crazy all the time. But we actually try to do our best with the community, with people, and helping out people. And sometimes the best way, we in Matt's book we call it humor through horror.
Oh sure,
where it's
yeah.
just like, dude, you might be going through some dark shit in your life, but hopefully you can at least tune into this show and laugh and enjoy the same dark shit that we like.
Just listen to any conversation during one of the hikes. Stand behind someone, you're like, what the fuck did I just hear? And people are laughing about it, right?
Crazy,
And
right?
Yeah. I mean, it's just how you get through it. And,
Yeah.
the other thing about it is most of us work amongst civilians. We have civilian wives and kids and all that stuff. And you can't, they don't appreciate that. You can't let that humor out. You can't let that stuff that we kind of keep inside.
There's some of us,
Some of us,
motherfucker.
yeah.
I'm dark as shit, dude.
Oh, God, yeah. All right.
'Cause everybody
so-
asked me, like, I don't understand why your best friends are military. And I was like, yo,
It's that
I'm
morbid
disgusting.
humor.
This is dark,
I'm
too.
the grossest person on the face of the planet.
Yeah.
I have no choice
But-
for Dan to be my best friend. Like, I don't have a choice in this world.
You literally take the armor off that you wear all day long, and then it's just so freeing. You get out there with your brothers. I mean, and you don't want to talk about shirtless and whatever. I mean, we're just wearing silkies most of the time. You have to carry, or you don't have to. It's recommended. It's not even recommended. I'm totally butchering this. We have 40 something pounds. You're supposed to wear 22 kilos for 22 kilometers. But man, I didn't even carry anything. I just went and walked and we had a good time. I do a
That's
lot
awesome.
of live broadcasts from out on the hikes and stuff. So yeah, got to check it out. I'll give Dan back his seat.
I love it.
Yeah. Hey, hold that up. Yeah, give that, because
here's
you're
the,
working with the Grunts Life here, and you brought the
Yeah,
poster.
we did the Grunts to Life.
We'll put that on camera here. This is Donnie O'Malley's movie.
This is yours. You can have this one. This one's been beat up a little bit,
Yeah.
but that's
Boom.
Same thing. I mean, it's
Donnie's a
veteran
good-looking
humor.
man, isn't he?
He is a handsome
I
man.
told him he reminded me of Dennis Quaid. He was on the show a couple weeks ago.
They only bring
No,
on
you're
handsome
Randy,
people to their
he's
crew.
Dennis.
So
Yeah, he's a handsome man.
yeah.
I like him. I'm sorry you have a wife and kids that you've got to go back to.
Ah,
I
you
know
know.
what that's
Oh,
like.
don't apologize.
No.
for that. It's a
I
good
know what it's
thing.
like. That's why I'm apologizing. Like, I understand of where it's just like, hey man, as fun as this is, I can't get fucked up at 4 o'clock in the
I
afternoon.
know I'm completely 100% sober for all the police officers between here and no, I
Where are
am.
you driving back to?
Raleigh.
Oh shit!
Yeah,
It's a couple hour
well,
drive.
Clayton.
Yeah.
What do you call it?
Love
Clayton,
Clayton.
Vegas
Yep.
or something like that? Or
Claytona Beach.
Claytona Beach.
Daytona Beach. I'm a
my
big fan
gosh.
of that.
Which
Don't tell
Grunts
too many
Life-
people about it.
Grunts Life will be premiering at the distillery Friday night at 7.
Hell yeah!
Professional
That's
plugger
awesome.
right there.
Yes,
He's good. He's good.
And enjoy the rum. Thank you for being on the show. We will let you
you very
get
much.
out of here.
Awesome.
Thank you for stopping by, man. We appreciate it.
Cool.
And one more time on that podcast. What was the name of it?
It's 21 Guns. Spell it out, 21gun.net. I
Okay.
can get.com, and then you can go to reverentwarriors.com. Or we're going to be up on Vet TV next year, so it's, I mean, You can find us anywhere.
Tits,
So,
man.
yeah.
Look, we love Vet TV and we love Donnie O'Malley.
Cool.
Thank you.
All
Thanks
right.
for coming
Thank you,
down.
guys.
D'Anthony, you piece of shit.
He kept your seat warm
You
for you.
piece of shit, Dan. No, you can't smell the
No,
seats.
it's fucking weird,
You
bro.
can't smell the seat. Tansy, I'm gonna
something you would do.
start drinking this live on air. This spice rum. What
now I'm
proof
nervous.
is
Did
this?
you
80?
drink your
Yeah.
eggnog drink right?
I drink the shit out of that. Eggnog is my weakness.
I think I brought
is.
shot cups, but maybe I left them.
No shot
That's
cups.
fine. We're
Just
this
go
is
right
drinking
from the
bros.
bottle.
Dude.
Who
We
cares?
drink straight from the bottle here. So tell us about this rum from Instill Distilling Co. Do you have to go buy this in store? Is this available in liquor stores?
You know what? We had our grand opening last weekend, and
You just opened?
we had our grand opening. We had a soft opening back in May,
Okay.
and had a grand opening last weekend, 2 weekends ago, and we sold way more than we thought. So right now we're having a production crisis.
That's an
We're
awesome thing, though.
completely out of white rum.
Everybody's problem, though. Look, this. By the way, your labeling. I'm sorry to interrupt you. Your labeling is fucking awesome, dude.
Thank you.
Wait, let me see.
Well, that's Bruce Corona, our artist. He's a veteran, just the most humble, quiet. He's such a magnificent artist, man. And if you could just sit down and talk with this guy for a minute, just on the side, he is. He started pencil sketching in Iraq and started painting in Afghanistan and never had sold a piece of art. And we sell his art out of our distillery all the time. And dude, he
shit.
sells it for like $35, and it's the most powerful, like oil painted, like not a print,
Yeah.
but like a real piece of art. And you're like $45. You're like, dude, what, are you kidding me?
Yeah.
Like this is nuts. Like he's just
But
so
it seems like he wants
talented.
people to enjoy his
Art.
You
He
know,
would
his
just like
art.
Gary just does it because it's like
He
a
does it
release
'cause
for
he
him.
loves it, and
Yeah,
and
he works on an
release.
oil rig right
Yeah.
now.
Oh, good for
He
him.
was stocking shelves at Whole Foods.
Really?
Now he's I was like, are you kidding? Like,
super talented,
if you
though.
follow him on Instagram, just look at his Instagram. It's Random Ape or Bruce Corona, spelled just like Corona.
Okay.
And see some of his art. It is absolute insanity. Oh, it's so good.
So I'm gonna try this live on air. This is your spice flavored rum.
So one of the things you're gonna taste in there is, and we're working on that rum, but
my
it took us a
husband
year and a
loves
half to get the cinnamon for that rum. It's actually
Really?
Clone 5 Ceylon cinnamon from Sri Lanka.
good.
It's the oldest surviving cinnamon clone in existence. So it took us about a year and a half to get that, and then there's some other spices in
Wow.
there as well, some cardamom, allspice. It was pretty tough to put it together. I think we can still do better on it. We're a craft distillery. People are always like, well, aren't you worried about brand consistency? And I'm like, no, I'm not, because who's to say I'm gonna knock it out of the park on my first try?
Yeah.
That's stupid. Like I want to win major awards years from now, and so I just hired a new master distiller to come in to bring his take on things. So I want it to be just get better and better and better and age better.
It's a great rum. Why rum and not vodka or whiskey or tequila?
I think that rum is more like it's closer to being wine than
Got it.
any other spirit, because wine can only be made from grapes.
Yeah.
Right. And so vodka and whiskey, those can be made from any neutral grain. And so with rum, when you taste somebody's rum, almost all the ingredients are the same. It has to be sugarcane byproduct. So
Yeah.
there can't be anything else. So it's all about like how the molasses is made, how the sugarcane was cultivated. There's just so much into it, and you're only tasting one thing.
And you
Well,
came from a wine background too,
yeah, we're
right?
huge
Yeah,
fans of
yeah,
it.
yeah, my mom.
He's up by you, so look, we're
Oh.
gigantic fans of it. You did a chili here today.
I did just for you.
You brought a fucking cauldron.
I'm embarrarsed.
You're one of the
Went
best in
over
the
it.
biz.
Yeah, well.
You're one of the best in the biz. Did you shoot a video with Jesse for? Yeah. And you guys are done.
We're done. I mean, we tasted.
How was it, Jesse?
Gave them the trophy. I didn't know if I was allowed.
No, you're not allowed. We haven't had the things
Yeah.
yet. So we have not tasted all the chilies yet. I've had about 3 so far. We're gonna be tasting these live on air and going through it. But the fact that you brought a cauldron, made it live, and we're gonna show this video on our YouTube channel. Subscribe on YouTube to Drinkin' Bros Podcast. That's a gangster ass move to show up and say, "Hey man, I'm gonna bring a fucking chili like an hour before. What's up?"
It's like one of those like it's a debate that you have in your own mind, because you don't want to overdo yourself or like look like a douche.
Yeah.
Like you're overdoing it, but at the same time you don't want to show up and look like an amateur either.
Powerful.
And since you guys posted so many rules online and like really had a
We have
breakdown.
no rules. We
None.
have no
There
rules.
was no rules.
That's Drinkin' Bros. There is no rules. There's only one. Just don't be a cunt.
Yeah.
I love that word.
Yeah. Do you really?
It is the best.
Cunt. I
Oh, it's
love
the
that
best.
word.
So do
It
I.
is the best.
There's women who hate it.
Oh, it's the best.
Yeah.
Maybe because they haven't been called it enough.
I'm a big fan. I tell you what, Tansy, do me a favor,
Yeah.
because we're gonna have you back
Okay.
on. I want to hear another cop story
All
from
right.
you, because you're literally one of my favorite guests on the planet.
Oh, please.
Will you make me another eggnog and
Yes,
rum drink?
absolutely.
Because I love these.
This is good once it's like swirled
Now
up.
I know that
It's
you
really
guys
good.
like to watch your figures. I did bring a cranberry rum punch.
Nope.
You want
I'm
that?
Oh,
go
that
eggnog.
sounds
I'm
like
not
it's
watching
up
my
my
figure.
alley.
We're not watching our figures today. Tiffany, it is for sure. For sure. Jesse, pop on in here. Pop on in. Pop a biscuit. Nah, go ahead.
It's okay.
Yes. You got to be our greeter.
Oh, we got Jesse drinking the wine.
Wiseman.
Alcohol alarm went off early today.
See, this is why. Why am I so with me and you?
Should I just speak like this?
You look like a fucking hobo walking around with a
I
stocking
know.
cap
I just
indoors and
snorted.
a
Got a
fucking
stocking
bottle of
cap
wine.
and a bottle of
What is
wine.
wrong
I
with
know.
Hobo.
Can we get a paper back for that bottle of wine so she can go full hobo?
We
love to.
we try
I
to
would
throw
love to.
a nice classy chili cook-off here, and
Nope.
it just you dirty it all
Dude,
the way around.
everyone is gonna be drunk and having the worst shits tonight.
Oh God, chili
Chili
shits.
cook-off,
Yeah.
dude.
Eric brought diapers.
The
Did he dipe
smart
up?
man.
Yeah, that's a real chili
super
cook-offer.
smart.
A chili
guy.
canuser, right?
Cook her
Oh,
off.
canuser, yeah.
Canuser. If
that how you say
if
it,
you're
Tiffany?
shitting your pants
I could not shit
after
my
a
pants.
chili,
We'll
As
see.
a child, I
yourself
could.
short.
I could pee probably in my pants, but not shit.
Have you shit your pants as
An
like,
adult?
adult-ish? Like, definitely not now, but have you shit your pants like
Yes.
in the-
20s?
The fact that she didn't
In-
answer immediately and
Yeah,
needed
exactly.
another
I'm explaining.
qualifier.
I'm explaining.
Yeah.
In the woods, when you have the woods shit, and
Yeah.
you're like, oh my god, this is like coming, like, so you
Oh.
you think it's like you're in the woods walking, right? And all of a sudden it hits you out of nowhere, and you're like, okay, I'm fine. You go find a tree, which of course for me is like
Your
super
life
far
is
away
so
from
much
everyone.
different than mine, but yeah.
And then the minute that you touch your
universal,
belt buckle
for sure.
is the minute that your wood shit is like, I'm coming right now. And it's awful. And there's been a few times where in my Sophies there might have been like a droplet or something. Like I was like, oh, and I just flip it out and
Pop it out.
yeah, you just pop it
It's
out
like
and
playing
it's good to go.
popcorn as a kid with a parachute. Yeah.
So
What?
that's happened before.
You know that game popcorn where you
Where
hold a
you have
parachute,
the
you
ball,
got
in the parachute
I
as a
wasn't-
young child.
Wasn't allowed to play games as a child.
you still aren't, buddy.
Does that explain anything about
No.
my character at all?
No, not at all.
I wasn't allowed to play games.
I wasn't
play
allowed to
games.
listen to music or watch television.
Oh my gosh, like Footloose. Did you
That
live
sounds
in
like
Footloose?
my upbringing.
my dad would get those. I don't know if this even exists anywhere else on Earth, but he would get movies, and it was made. They were recut by this Christian organization.
Stop.
And they cut all the stuff out of them.
Shut the fuck
Oh, yeah.
up.
I feel like I've heard of this. You're not
Yeah.
joking,
No,
right?
I'm not. I'm
that would
absolutely
totally be
joking.
my family.
100% accurate.
I like how we keep getting more and more fucked up, and then the real shit comes out.
Yeah.
I say
well, you
fucked up
guys
shit
have
all the time. I don't
similar,
care.
I mean, super strict.
I grew up super strict.
You did too?
Oh my god, bad.
That
They
like that type
finally-
of shit with the re-editing movies?
I wasn't allowed to watch them. I was not allowed to listen or like watch or read Harry Potter. We weren't allowed to go to Disney World or Disneyland because they were corrupt, supposedly.
Okay.
Like,
What was the corruption behind Disney World?
I don't know. My mom and dad thought
Well, Walt
Disney,
Disney was
somehow
a
was
poon
corrupt.
hound.
It's the cult.
He was a poon
He
hound
wasn't
for
poon
sure.
hound then.
Yeah,
Everything's
yeah,
the
yeah.
cult.
You know, just like all the other things. Like, of course, like what was I, 17 years old, and I wasn't allowed to even barely watch PG-13 movies, like grounded. Like my sister, when they found out she had sex, she was grounded for an entire year. Like, no joke, for an entire year.
Really?
Yeah.
For having sex? How old was she?
16.
Was it anal or what was the big deal?
No,
Yeah,
they
what
just
was the problem?
She was being smart, and we never had sex education when we were younger because we went to a Christian school, and like our parents never taught us. Which I ended up talking. Like my parents have really chilled out a lot, and they've really come to terms with things, and they only knew what they knew. You know what I mean? Like
Yeah.
how they were brought up, so they were kind of in a sense closed-minded. And eventually, later on, I told my mom, like, you did us a disservice. My sister and I went fucking crazy in college. Did a lot of stupid shit. We're lucky that we didn't get like killed, raped, pregnant, like whatever, any of those things.
In that order, too.
All in that order.
That's how it happens.
Killed first.
Rape,
And then,
and then
raped,
pregnant
and
after
then you
you're
would
dead.
get
Yeah.
pregnant.
Somehow
Speaking of that, an
pregnant.
LAPD officer just got arrested today for fondling corpses.
Well, that happens.
Some people are into that thing.
Victimless crime.
Necrophilia, yeah.
Find me the victim.
But yeah.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
Honestly,
We're terrible people. I said that
Let me talk to the victim.
I raped you earlier. and,
Let me talk to
You
the
raped
victim.
me?
Well,
That-
no,
people
I said
like
that
that
you
thing.
allow me to, if need be, you know?
Oh, every
Jesse,
time,
listen,
it's
if you
rape,
need someone to talk to,
basically.
then
technically it's rape every time we have sex.
So yeah,
because you don't want to,
I
but
don't
you
really
just
want to do it.
No,
Yeah.
she's like, dude, the I'm watching this PBS documentary on the royal family.
Yeah.
Can you just get this over with?
She
And I'm
just
like,
wants. Jesse wants.
Do you know what? I've done that before though too.
She is. She's
You're
into
getting
the.
too real. Stop.
Jesse wants a cup
That's
of
funny.
hot chocolate and some heated socks.
Yep.
Yeah.
And to be left alone.
That's it. And
Pretty
a
much.
phone.
Those three
Listen,
things.
there's times
Damn,
where I'll go to Chris
I
and be
picked
like,
the wrong
listen,
host.
can I just like get you off really quick and then I'll just move on, like get on with my thing. And he's like, sure. Like he
Yeah.
doesn't care.
Yeah.
Same.
Like I'll just be like, how do you
That's
want it? Okay, let's cool. Like just do it really quick.
Well, if I
'cause
have
she's got a PBS
something-
documentary to go back
If
to.
I have something I
don't watch
need
PBS,
to
though.
talk to him about, like a serious thing or something I need to ask, I just real quick do something, and then when we're laying around or cleaning up, I'm like, so I was wondering if.
I could have
And
$400
he's just
from-
like,
for a Patagonia.
no problem.
he's in like
right?
a euphoric state, like whatever you want, baby.
Yeah, it's
I
a
will
Patagonia
say-
jacket for. I need a Patagonia.
Have you thought
jacket.
about getting a NASCAR pit crew to clean up after sex?
Great.
Like somebody comes in, jacks up the bed.
I
Yep.
would love that because I am so anal retentive when it comes to the bed. Like I'll be like, get on your side. You're sweating coming on your
Here's
side.
the problem
Get
for
off
me,
my
though.
side.
Here's the problem for me. Jared Taylor
Come on in.
comes into town frequently,
St.
and
Louis.
every single time he comes into town, there's at least one girl with him. So
Yeah.
when he comes to visit you.
I feel like I probably need to get a new guest bed from
Oh,
Ghost.
Ghost
Listen,
bed.
before
Oh, he
I
brings
sleep
someone
in
in
that guest
every
bed,
Yeah.
Yeah, of
we're burning
course.
that and getting a new one.
I
because
feel
I'm
like
not sleeping in that.
I should just keep. I
Why?
need another bed from Ghost Bed, and I'm going to keep it in the
Yeah.
closet for real guests, and then Jared gets his own fucking
I agree.
bed.
Yeah,
You need
yeah.
to do that. 100%.
And have it be like a little bit bigger than a dog bed, to where he's like, is it? I'm not sure, but have
Yeah.
it just be like a large dog bed.
Yeah,
For
Jared
like
doesn't
mastiffs.
give. He doesn't give a fuck.
No.
He's destroyed numerous guest beds at my house, and it's been a fucking problem.
Has he really?
Oh yeah, dude.
Yeah.
Like how? Like pissing on him?
Because he
No, it's just-
literally
it's just
brings
whores.
a different person home every
and they
two
just like
times
leak.
a day.
What? They just like
sometimes.
leaking fluids
I just
all over the
don't know.
bed.
I don't want to
Like,
know what it is. So it's like
Same.
He
you
likes
ever walk into
squirters.
Same,
you ever walk
He
into a
likes
room and you
squirters.
see something kind of gross, and you're like, you know what? I'm just going to throw that away. I don't even want to investigate.
Yeah,
what that
How do you
exactly. I don't
see
want
it?
to
You, like,
open it up
purposely
and
peeping?
see.
It's not seeing what's happening. It's like knowing that it existed in there, and it's like, you know what? Just gonna burn it down. It's like walking into your room and you see a bunch of spiders. It's like, I'm just burning this
Yeah,
fucking
I'm not
place
gonna
down.
don't care about
check
spiders.
and see what kind of
Yeah.
spiders. I'm just gonna burn it down.
It's fucking disgusting.
Listen, I
Yeah.
mouth breathe when I sleep. Guarantee I eat like
Stop bragging.
8 spoons. I am the best mouth breather ever.
do you drool? Do you
I'm
drool
super
out when you
sweaty.
sleep?
when I sleep.
I only drool if I'm really tired and I like super heavy breathe, which turns into snoring. Probably.
God, I can't wait.
Ooh,
As soon as you guys come
bro.
stay at my place, I'm gonna fucking wait and like,
I'm not a
If I
cute
hear
sleeper.
if I hear you snoring a little bit, I'll know your mouth breathing. I'm gonna walk in there and slap you
Slap
right
me in the
the
face.
fucking
I'm not a
face.
cute sleeper, but the best, like the best compliment my husband gives me is like, "You look so beautiful in the morning." I'm like, "Holy fuck, you love me!" Like,
Yeah.
because I know I do not look good in the morning.
That's a good test, by the way.
Yeah,
it is a
There's
good test.
We've talked about this before. There's a couple things you need to do if you're really serious about another
Yes.
person. The first
See
one
them in
is
the morning.
you need to go to IKEA or Home Goods or something like that and do some
Perfect.
shopping with them.
Yeah.
2 is you need to just go grocery, do day-to-day shit, go to the DMV together, something like that, right?
Well, you should do that anyway before you're
3,
serious with someone.
For
travel
real.
Yeah.
to
Of
Europe
course.
in a day.
You should do some
There
kind
and
of
back in a day.
You should do some kind of vacation and not like Jared where you just met the woman 10 minutes ago, but like,
Yeah,
hey, you
yeah,
want to
yeah.
go to Hawaii?
Yeah.
Or like a real go on a fucking short vacation to see if it'll work. And then the last thing is sleep with them overnight and look at them in the morning. If
Yeah,
you don't
but make
still
sure they
love
take off
that
their
person,
makeup and shit though too.
yeah,
on
for
good.
sure.
Okay.
Thank you.
if you don't look at that woman in the morning, you're like,
You could throw
I'm
it away.
I'm happy. I'm happy right now.
Yeah.
If you don't
Yeah.
feel that way, just fucking
no, I
leave.
know it's true, huh?
Just leave.
Just
Yeah.
nuke it.
Yeah.
Nuke it.
Yeah.
We got shadow banned on Facebook, by the way, which is great. I assumed
What?
we would after
What?
the first 15 minutes. They will only put the algorithm out to like 2 people on Facebook,
damn
which is
it.
hilarious.
See, this is fuck Facebook.
It's what it is. Nobody uses Facebook, so it really doesn't.
That's what I'm
fucking
saying.
matter,
I don't
but,
even use it anymore.
It's
Me
really
and Tiffany
fucking
are on
funny.
Instagram and TikTok only.
Yes.
TikTok. Are you
I'm
on
getting
TikTok?
Jesse
I'm
on
learning-
TikTok.
I'm learning the TikTok ways, and I think I like it.
Yeah.
I
I'm
like
learning
the
the
purity
TikTok.
of it right now.
It's very pure. It's
What?
very authentic. No, it is. It's
It
very
is. They
pure. It's
don't
very
fuck with the
authentic.
algorithm or
They don't fuck with
anything.
the
It's literally
algorithm.
just, like, the best
Everything is
content
literally
gets
just
shit.
like wholesome, good shit. And there's like, of course, fun,
It'll
like
get
nasty
ruined.
shit on there. It
It'll
will
get
get ruined.
ruined
by
It will
white
get ruined
people,
eventually by all
Somebody
the
will
fucktards
take a
out there.
shit on a giraffe.
It
and
will.
it'll get ruined.
Just like Instagram's getting ruined right now.
Yeah, it's true.
A giraffe.
Yeah.
Here, I've got a couple questions. And
Fire
these
away.
are, just relax. Let me finish my question before you start belting out answers. You guys ready?
Why do you have to say that?
God fucking damn it. Because of the show and what you just did, you dummy. Okay, so giraffe wearing a tie. Where does it go on the neck?
The top of the neck.
all the
Obviously
way
at the
down.
bottom.
Bottom, yeah.
For
Same.
what kind of tie?
Windsor.
What
Windsor
do you
knot.
mean?
Okay,
For what
so
kind
if
of
it's
tie?
a
For
long
bow
tie, I agree.
down.
I like
For a bow
I like
tie,
at
it
the
should
top.
be up high.
I think it should be at the
No.
top of the neck and extend all the way down.
No, bow tie, top of the neck. Windsor, bottom of the neck.
I
Windsor
agree.
knot.
Completely agree.
Yes. Yep.
Wow, I'm just glad you guys are best friends. Moving on. What's
Me
the
and
next
you
one?
were, well, I'm different.
Why? Tell me why you would have the bow tie at the bottom. You wouldn't really be able to see it that much.
I feel like I would
I didn't
have
know
it
there was
always
difference.
at the bottom, no matter what it is, because I feel like that's the same as putting it right here under on a person, right? So no matter what it is, like I would still put it at the bottom because that's where it in
I feel
relation
like-
to
Nope.
my
No.
neck.
I don't
And
feel
that's
like right
why-
under the neck. I feel like it needs to be right here on the
Thank
giraffe's
you.
neck.
That's what I'm saying.
But
So
the
that's the
giraffe's
bottom.
neck's super fucking big, long.
No,
so.
that's the bottom
All
of the
right.
neck. Like that's the clavicle.
Female giraffe, it's a choker necklace. Where does it go?
What?
Female
It's-
giraffe.
and it
In the
goes in
trash.
the middle of the neck.
It goes in the trash. It goes back in Claire's.
What? No, I mean, if the giraffe really
It stays
likes
in the
sucking
Claire's
dicks.
sales rack.
It's
What?
it's a female giraffe that really enjoys sucking dicks, because that's the
Is
that's,
that
that's the brand.
is that like the thing that
I
you
would
guys
go
think
middle.
That
I would
a girl
add
who wears a choker
middle.
necklace loves sucking
that,
dicks?
That is an accurate thing.
Yeah, that's
Absolutely
an accurate thing.
I
don't
don't
even
often
know. Do
agree
girls
with
even
Dan,
wear
but
choker
I do.
necklaces now anymore?
If you see a woman wearing a choker necklace and
I don't- they
she's
don't wear
not
them
in a
anymore.
pornographic film,
Go
she
talk
has
to her.
sucked someone's dick within the last 6 hours.
Go
I
talk to her
guarantee you.
immediately.
They don't. They're not. On
Anyways,
there.
I would say mid, right? Mid neck.
Probably bid, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, no.
For a giraffe, yeah. For a choker.
For the choker?
mid-neck.
for a
Dude, this is
choker,
like
yeah.
the random question, like the most random question.
Tiffany,
No?
these are the hard hitting
This
questions.
is your best
that
friend
people
over
wanna
here.
know.
These are the-
And
this
you guys
is
are
my best friend.
Give me a
Bestie.
break.
I
Give me a break.
like completely
Keep getting made fun of for saying the word. I keep getting made
He
fun of
says
for saying the word
beef fry.
bestie and beef fry. That's
He,
those are
okay, I
normal
never
words.
heard of beef
Yeah.
fry before
He's-
though.
Come
It's
on,
beef fry.
beef
Who
fry,
the
dude.
fuck has said beef fry before?
You guys are best
This guy
friends.
only.
It's the broken necklace. It's the beef fry and then the est end.
Oh my gosh, you guys
You
need
don't
to
wanna
have
be
your
the
matching
SN. Yes.
necklaces.
Listen,
You
I
guys
used to
are
buy those for all my
necklaces.
best girlfriends when I was younger, so be prepared for a little
Oh.
gift. Maybe I'll get you a little ankle bracelet. with
I think
beef
we
fry.
should get
Maybe I'll get
matching-
you a little choker.
Let's get matching giraffe
That'd be
tattoos.
dope. Oh, it'd be great.
No, I will not get a
Slutty
tattoo.
female giraffes
For-
wearing choker necklaces.
Who's
Come
the
on,
giraffe
I
bro.
from
am
Toys R
not
Us?
be getting that.
Jerry.
Jeffrey. I think it's
Jeffrey?
Jeffrey, yeah.
Jeffrey,
For
yeah,
what?
the
Toys
giraffe.
R Us?
I have no
we'll
idea.
get Toys R Us giraffes.
Do you have any more dumb questions?
Listen,
or-
Toys R Us literally shut down, so there's no more Toys R Us.
That's what I'm saying. We can
I
take the
know,
logo
it's
and they're
sad.
not going to fucking sue
Oh,
us.
it's true.
Like, we can use it. I used Pan Am in a movie, stock footage wise, because I needed a plane. And they were like, oh, you can't use Delta or American. And I was
So you
like,
use Pan Am because they shut down?
Yes. And
Yeah,
so
smart.
I believe it's in Pool Boy. You see the Pan Am flight
Yeah.
leaving and taking off. And I was like, oh, I didn't know that. So with Jeffrey, fuck them. They're out of business. Like, we can get tattoos.
That's
of Jeffrey.
They're not
Giraffe's
though.
name? Jeffrey
Toys
the
R Us
giraffe?
is still are in business.
Where?
They're
Where?
they're just going to be selling their shit online through like Amazon and other
Are they
stuff
at that
like
one Blockbuster in Oregon?
No,
They literally
they're going completely
liquidized
digital now. They're not
and
going to have any stores.
Close all their places.
Yeah.
Believe me, I looked.
Yeah, you're big
They're
fan
not.
of Toys R Us?
They'll never have any more retail.
No, I should have get
shops.
cheap toys for the stepdaughter.
Yeah. No, Toys R Us was
The shit.
the place. Yeah.
That and Babies R Us.
I was actually really sad.
I've
when it
never
fucking
been to a
Babies
Toys
down.
R Us.
You bought a baby from there?
Yeah, and Babies R Us.
Shit.
you
I
guys
went
just
on
say
there
the
on
same
sale. I
fucking
would have
thing?
bought myself
No,
one too.
I've never been to a Toys R Us. He said he bought a baby from a Babies
Oh,
R Us.
okay.
Yeah, so we're close. We're close. Tansy! Where's that eggnog from Tansy?
Do you want
You
here?
sent
Do you
him-
want mine?
Really
No,
need that rum
drink your
eggnog.
own,
I'll
no.
take
Fucking-
yours.
No, you can
You're
have
not
mine.
gonna drink
It's
it.
no, it's good. Actually, it's better when you like swirl it up. But I
So
felt like a
you
bitch when I
guys,
took
let me
the
ask you
first
this,
sip of
Jesse.
that.
You guys did a show together. Does she have
Sure.
AIDS? Yes or no?
D-
Before I drink this, does she
AIDS
have
free.
AIDS? Okay. she's
Did you
AIDS-free.
wait? You talked about AIDS on your first show.
We did. We talked about all
It's
of
just
this,
a
all the
feeling-
sexual diseases.
Let's
isn't
just
it
go ahead and
a
start
feeling that
promoting
you
that.
get from somebody. Oh, okay. It's
Yeah,
not actually
I like
like
the. I like
Hey, have you seen though that people who are now sorry, but I'm very passionate. Hey,
Hey!
the help.
I felt
Yes.
like the
Help.
lesbian horse. Have you heard that joke before? Like, what do gay horses say? Hey. What do female horses say? Or
Lesbian
lesbian
horses.
horses
horse
say?
say.
Hey!
Hey.
Hey!
I'm sorry that I scared you. Do you know people with AIDS are now getting literally AIDS tattoos on themselves.
Oh, yeah.
I saw that.
Like it's a new thing. They're getting like
Everyone
an
just
AIDS.
wants to be a part of a tribe. It's sad.
not even a tribe. It's apparently because
It is.
they're supposed to warn people before they have any type of intercourse with them that they
But
have
AIDS isn't a thing
So instead of
anymore.
them actually talking about it, they're just literally getting a huge tattoo
Got
on
it.
them saying
Okay.
AIDS, so they can claim.
Can you imagine?
that
They don't say
Yeah,
anything.
AIDS, yeah.
Can you imagine lifting up the shirt and being like,
Can you imagine
"Holy
not seeing
shit!"
it in the dark
AIDS,
and then
yeah.
being
Oh, you
like,
don't see it in the
no,
dark,
my
you're
tattoo
right.
is right there. They
You're right.
obviously
Hey,
saw it.
I
Yeah.
warned them.
claiming innocence to it, and
Well-
then you giving someone else AIDS.
I will say this: if you saw an AIDS tattoo now, right? I think the first thought that would go through a guy's mind is, well, I can get my dick sucked at least. No.
I don't know. I'm not a guy.
Yeah.
I think still you'd be like, 'cause I think AIDS is so
I
knocked
feel
down
like-
these days where you're just like,
Is it?
Yeah.
I didn't
mean,
know
it's
that.
pretty much. Dan, would you say for the most part it's over?
AIDS?
What do you mean it's over? Like they
Well,
don't have a
Look,
cure for it.
pharmaceuticals
They have a
doesn't
cure
want
for
it
it.
to
Oh,
be
yeah.
over,
Yeah.
but they have
I mean,
a
it doesn't
cure
go
for it.
away.
It's not
Yeah.
a cure,
Well, no,
but
there-
it helps.
No, there's
With
two
the side
things.
effects.
There's
doesn't
actually a cure, but for the pharmaceutical company, it would not
It's a
be.
cocktail, yeah.
It would not be lucrative at all.
Magic Johnson's what, 27
He has it.
years? Yeah, 27
He has
years
it.
now.
He
There's a
doesn't
Ja-
take that.
So there was this Japanese guy that they run. So they're working on a cure, straight up cure for it, and it's basically like CRISPR genetic alterations. And he had leukemia and HIV, and it cured the HIV, but not the leukemia.
Really?
But it put
Yeah.
the leukemia into remission. Like they just modified
like patient
his
zero or
genes
something?
basically
Yeah.
and gave it to
Yeah.
him. So we're probably 5 to 10 years away from just absolutely killing HIV altogether.
Yeah, but just like you said, the pharmaceutical company, they're not going to allow that. They love making money off of us.
That's
They're
the
not.
only platform that I
But if
stand
you're
on.
a dude just on a Friday night and you see the AIDS tattoo, you're probably thinking, 5 years, all right, I can get my dick
You don't
sucked.
think guys are still like? I mean, I don't know how many people are educated on AIDS, but you don't think guys will still be like, oh, maybe I can still contract it.
I
through
think
getting my dick
so.
sucked.
I think so.
Maybe.
Would you really be like? What if,
I
what if
really
they
like.
bite
I honestly
down?
don't think that
Like,
a guy's gonna see that and go like, I'll like gamble. At least I don't think
50-50,
so.
50-50, you know? Maybe,
Unless they love them.
maybe it's for hearing and
then
you
sure.
mistake it for hearing aids. And you're just like, look. Cause
That
you're
is
like, hey,
one
do you have
dumb dude.
do you have an
then.
ear tattoo somewhere on your body? And then they flip it around and it's, nope.
I'm just saying.
Nope.
No.
I feel like this is like a David Blaine show. Like we're going as long as we can until we have to like
We don't.
shit
we
our
don't.
pants or something.
So
No,
here-
we went to the bathroom.
Here's the deal. We're
Oh, you
having
guys
a
just go.
campaign
Yeah, we
chili
just-
cook-off. Yeah,
Yes.
because we'll switch back to camera angles and
Yeah,
all
we
that
just
sort of
go.
stuff. How many chilies are out there?
So we have 6.
16?
Yep.
Or 6? You get 6
6.
chilies. Let's bring in the chilies in. A lot of people are
Yeah,
afraid
and
to-
they're all named.
Yes.
So they're all branded. We could have the names.
So let's do this. Let's bring in all the chilies. We'll bring them
Okay.
in here. There's a lot of people that were afraid to make chilies, by the way.
Yeah.
Really?
It's dangerous.
Now look.
Honestly, I almost hurt myself a couple of times. last
Yeah.
night.
But explain why.
I've said it on the. Explain why what?
Why people are afraid to make chilies.
Well, it seemed unclear on your guys' post.
No, it was very clear. Hey, you bring a chili and then
Well,
boom,
nobody
you-
knew about
you
the
brought it
rules,
in.
nothing but whatever.
There's no
but
rules. There's no rules
I
for
think
chilies.
that chili,
There's no
isn't
rules
it
with
like
chili.
kind
If
of
you
a,
showed up with your chili and it had $100 bills rolled into it, you would have won,
Yes.
and we would have kept your
I
money.
think
Or
chili
cocaine
is
or
a very
cocaine
personal
or
thing.
syrup.
Yeah. It is, right?
And everyone has their secret ingredient, whatever. Not everyone has a chili recipe, right? There are a few people that like called Eric.
Yes.
He made his. It's a winning
it
chili.
is,
Do
yeah.
you know what I mean? So he knows. Dan knows what he's doing.
Mm-hmm.
Jamie has made it before. But if you haven't, you're like, what the fuck?
No, I
what
can
do
understand
do?
that, 'cause there were some
You
people
don't
who
see
It's
the
a
told me.
very nuanced thing.
Yeah, there's a bunch of people here, and there was a lot of people that were like, "Hey, man, I was nervous about making a chili." I was
Yeah.
like, "Why?" And they were like, "Well, I haven't done it before."
And also, we talk so much shit in this group. It's like
They were
People were
afraid.
afraid to get
why
their
would
chili
you ever
shamed.
bring something
Chili
in?
shame.
that
No, their
you
name's
want-
not plastered on it. Like,
It is so. We put our names on
A lot of people don't want to get chili shamed.
Everyone's gonna know
I
which one
understand
mine
that.
is
I
by the
understand.
name.
Okay. So I tell you what, will you do us a favor? Will you make 3 of these?
Yeah, just bring them in one at a time.
in cups. Yeah. And then
In
bring them-
cups,
because
we have
know
little
We're gonna
bowls.
eat them live on air. Try one of
Why
each and
cups?
then give the winners away. Why do you seem like sad baby right now?
Okay, so what am I serving you guys
You were serving
in these cups?
Yeah, we just need 1 or 2 bites apiece.
So I'll
and then
bring
we'll go
in.
back.
I'll bring in like the first one. Tell you the
Yes,
name.
Correct. Yes. Thank you. That'll be rad. Thank you, Jesse. No, Jesse.
I
no?
see how it is. Put your wife to work.
No, not at all.
Hey, going to the kitchen, wife. Go ahead and get these drinks.
Hey, Jesse, while you're out there in the kitchen, don't vote. Don't vote, okay? No, the
You need to get her drunk.
But here's the reason why.
She's on her way. Don't worry.
The reason why is one of theirs is hers, so I don't want to know which one is hers.
Mm-hmm.
I don't want to know which chili is hers. Because Jesse, so since she's not here and not on air, I'll tell you, she's an unbelievable cook.
She is good, yeah.
And so I said, hey, do you have a chili? And she was like, nah, I'm sure I can whip one up. And she did overnight. And I was like, she goes, you want to taste it? And I go, I don't want to taste it.
Yeah, you want to wait.
I want to see who the best is.
Yeah.
I want to see who the very best is. And that way, if it is hers, congratulations.
Oh, yeah.
If it isn't, then it's like, hey, cool, man. We'll spoon up here. We'll spoon up. But Dan, your chili, you're pretty confident in.
Yeah.
Now that took like
I've won chili competitions with this before, a lot of them.
Yeah,
but it's
I mean again, like 5 hours.
It always depends on the audience. Like people like different things, and this is one of those things that a lot of people make, and people.
You grew up with it.
People
was easy
like
to make
a certain
with your family.
People like a certain style.
By the way, I was just giving you props real quick.
Nog drink? Yes, please. Thank you.
We'll nog up. We'll nog up. Jesse, real quick, pop back in here. I was.
No.
Oh, she's fine. She's white.
We got.
I mean a white claw.
I get white claw.
She's drinking white claws.
No, I'm gonna drink some of Dan's.
We've been calling people white claw people.
Can you give her that?
No, she can't have this, but that's mine, obviously.
God.
Giving that to our guest. What I was saying off air was.
Oh my God, this tastes so much better.
The reason why I had you get it was you're in the competition. I can't know which one is yours.
Right.
You're a terrific cook. Therefore, I just want to taste them all.
Mine's not even in this competition, I have to say.
Really?
Oh, yeah. Between Dan and Eric, I'm not sure.
This is way too much, James.
Okay.
Yeah, just a little bit,
Thank
buddy.
you.
Okay. That's the first one? Oh, this is the first one. Oh, so we're sharing. This is good. No, we're sharing. We're good.
Yeah, but don't show us what it is.
No, because I don't know the names. I don't know any of the names, by the way.
That's got my goddamn name on it.
No, this one's mine.
Oh.
What are we doing here?
Ooh, so I smell something spicy. 100%.
So this one is Jeffrey Dahmer's man meat chili.
Jeffrey Dahmer's man meat chili.
That's the name of it?
Mm-hmm. It was definitely yours.
I gotta take notes here.
That's a goddamn good chili, James.
Thank you.
It's spicy. What did you put in this? Because I wasn't up when you were making this.
So I put for the spice. I put jalapeno.
Okay.
You have
yours?
to, right? And then I put some hot sauce, chili powder, obviously.
That tastes like my mom's.
And then yes.
How did you prepare the jalapenos? You just slice them up, put them in there raw, or what?
Yeah, well, I just slice them up, put them in with the onions, and brown those first before I put the meat in. Yeah.
This is a goddamn good chili, James. Jesus Christ.
Thanks, man. So, yeah, I mean, but it's really basic. Nothing special. Ground beef, and I put beer in it. I don't know.
Yeah.
Oh, I like that.
I put a pale ale and not a dark beer.
It's got a late kick to it.
Yeah, but after you cooking it for so long, though.
So, Dan has the title. Okay.
All right, Dan, what's the title of this one?
I don't know if we should say, right? Do you want to just not say?
No, say the title.
It's this one is Cheeching Chili.
Cheeching chili. Okay.
Yeah, because Dan and I don't know any of these, and Dan and I are the judges, so we don't know.
Okay, so don't say the name that I did for you, Dan.
Okay. Cheeching chili.
Or say it without your name in it.
Help yourself. I'm just looking around.
I know. What are you like dissecting it? Like,
Man,
you take this very seriously.
I like the Cheeching chili. This is very different.
Let me see.
Hang on, I'm gonna have one more bite.
Mine actually.
It has like a venison taste to it.
Really?
Yeah, not since I made.
Doesn't it? It has like a gamey.
Yeah, this is wild game, I believe.
This is definitely a different meat. It was really good chili though. I mean, this is good.
This is a.
This
I think
lives
there's
with
like
you.
a fire roasted tomato in here too.
What kind of meat do you think that is, Dan?
Probably deer.
That's what I'm saying. I feel
Probably
like it has
axis.
like a venison.
Axis or something
I have
like
no
that.
idea.
Yeah.
It has a more gamey taste to it.
I'm with you on that. It might be accessed here. That's good. What was the name of that?
That was Cheeching chili.
Cheeching chili.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, not bad.
You're saying not bad to your own chili, James.
I mean, I'm not.
Did you not
It's
eat
not
it?
a winning. It's not a winning chili. Oh, I tasted it the whole time.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. I didn't see
This
this
is a new one.
There's a new one.
This
told
one
you
looks
there's
like
16
chicken.
chilies. I think you were.
Oh, okay. Sorry. I'm sorry. I was just making names for
So
him.
whose is this? What's the name of this one,
Is
Dan?
there a
What do we
name
got?
on this one?
Oh shit.
Yeah, hang on. This is Patrick Gordon's ass cancer.
Is it really?
You guys.
So funny. Brosman
So
winner of the
good.
year.
So good.
Patrick Gordon.
Reigning Brosman, Patrick Gordon. Let's see.
And
That's
did you have
very
a redhead?
unique.
Did you have a redhead in here earlier?
Girl? Yes. That was Drew Lamax's girlfriend.
Okay.
Emily.
This is like pulled
Man,
chicken.
that is
It's good.
it's a different.
Very different though.
It's a different type of chili.
It's like pulled chicken and a little bit.
Is it chicken or turkey?
Oh, it looks like chicken. I don't know.
I think it's
Can't
turkey.
tell.
It's-
Right?
Yeah, I think it's dark turkey.
It could
Yeah.
be.
That's definitely what I'm
It's an
tasting.
interesting one. So the top 3, by the way, you get a signed book from Mr. Matt Best himself.
You want more of this?
Thank you, Jamie.
Signed by me as well. Man, that one's sneaking up on me. Holy shit.
Did you name
The
yours?
last one?
Yes.
Really?
Okay.
It's very thin.
this-
the sauce is
okay.
super
The
thin.
sauce is thin, but the spices.
You got weak spice genes then.
How long could you go on like Hot Ones podcast?
What do you mean? What's hot?
Did you
Ones
watch that
podcast?
one?
No, I'm not
Oh
seeing
shit! It's so you eat the spiciest wings and you keep going up.
it.
But they talk
Really?
to, so they have
But you have
celebrities
to
on.
keep answering
Oh,
questions.
You have to continue answering questions.
I
and
don't
they're
know.
So insanely hot, like the kind of like hot pepper challenge.
Oh, I
type
don't think I can
shit.
do
What's the name
that.
of this
Yeah.
one?
It was like Dakota
Damn.
something.
Is this Dakota Thunder?
Dakota Thunder. Okay.
It's not bad. It's good. I would have put some fire roasted vegetables in here.
Huh.
But the spice level is really good.
No, I'm with you. I'm with you on that one.
Yeah, the spice is good.
That's a perfect amount of heat.
Cumin is very kicking in this, right?
Yeah.
Really good.
A lot of cumin.
Cuban.
A lot of cumin.
Cuban B.
Very flavorful. I like that one a lot.
Yeah. What's the name of this one?
Right over there.
I mean, just say it.
It's Sad Boy Chili.
Sad boy chili.
Sad Boy Chili. Okay.
Whichever one tastes like my mom's.
This is good. This has got a man. There's a bunch of meats in this. This is a really good chili, but there's definitely a lot of different meats in this. And this one's got a nice little
I was
kick
like, I
to
got
it
a
too.
little kick and different meat taste.
The color is like different too. Very
Yeah.
good. It's not as like tomato based, which I like.
Yeah.
Because if you put a lot of like tomatoes, if you put a lot of like tomato paste, it starts to be like spaghetti sauce a little bit.
Yeah.
And this is like straight up.
That has a
chili,
good
dude.
spice to it.
Yeah, dang.
Not bad.
Okay.
Yeah.
This one is St. James Street James Chili.
St. James Street James Chili. I like
That
that.
is so good, the last one.
That is good.
Okay.
Whew, that spice is really sneaking up.
I
on
know.
Me. Merry Christmas.
You're like sweating.
I know. I'm
You're feeling it. You would last one wing on hot wings. You would
get-
last level one.
Are you sucky
He cannot
with spicy
handle
food?
spice. I have a good story about him with spice.
Oh yeah. I can't handle
Like Chris
spice.
isn't the best either, but
This is pretty good.
Yeah, this is
After having the one with more spice in it, it's hard to go back.
Yeah,
I know, that's the
exactly.
problem.
We
This
needed
feels-
like
this feels like it
palate
doesn't have any
cleansers, you
spice.
guys.
Yeah.
We didn't do like
We should have had some
I know.
sherbet.
Exactly.
Sure.
Sorbet?
That's
Yeah.
not true. I know.
you know the hardest
I
things
know
to
my
say in
favorite
life are
chilies after
sorry.
this.
I know I'm wrong and sorry.
No one can say that word. So
But
don't worry
I
about
know
it.
my favorite chilies. I don't need a palate cleanser. I know them.
Which ones? You have a sweat mustache,
I
by
have
the
a
way,
top
for viewers
two.
who
I
cannot
am.
I have
I
see.
a
am.
top two, no
Like
question.
literally, it's glistening right here on your face. None of those were that spicy, by the way, Ross.
No, I mean,
Like,
the
come
last
on.
one was good.
there's
You mean
a
the
little
second to
kick.
last
I like
one?
I like
Second
look
to
I
last
like
one
I
was
like a little
good.
kick. I'm not afraid
Second
to
to last
sweat.
one wasn't bad for spice. I'm saying it wasn't that bad.
No, it wasn't that bad. No.
I'm not afraid to sweat during.
I don't know
eating.
which one was the first one. The first or the second was like.
All right, so I
guys
think
can
I
choose
think
them.
I can name these by the winners here.
But we all have to be judging. So
We do.
No, I
Okay.
thought it was
So-
Ross and Dan. No.
No, but I'll say mine. No, since it's the four of us,
Yeah.
I'll go the Chi Ching chili number 1. I will go the Sad Boy chili number 2.
Cheeching the chicken.
No.
Yeah, Cheeching was
no, it wasn't the chicken one.
Chicken was the
second one?
Cheeching. It was called the Cheeching chili.
Was that the second?
I believe so, yes.
That might have been my favorite.
So the Cheeching chili number 1, the Sad Boy one number 2, St. James one number 3. Jesse, you spoiled it, and I'm sorry to say this, but yours was number 4. Those are the top 4 that I remember.
I just really don't think that mine is in the... Like, you don't have to do that.
I'm not. You're 4th, Jesse. You're not the goddamn winner, you know?
For sure. But
was,
I don't even think I'm on the board.
It was really good.
Where was number 1?
I go St. James Street James.
Okay.
1. I go Sad Boy 2.
Okay.
And I go Cheeching 3.
What was number 2?
I'm not mad at that order. I'm not mad at that order.
I'm not going to do a 4th because it's only top 3, right?
It is top 3, but I love your chili. It is good. Very good. I'm proud of you.
It's just different.
Well, it's an American man's chili.
Actually, it's very it's not different is what it is. It's like very like your mom's like.
But I like that.
Do you know what I mean?
I like that. And there's different chilies for different people. What do you got, Tiffany?
Ground beef.
I forget the name, but I think it was Cheeching number 2.
Yes.
I think that was my favorite.
Cheeching. What do you got? What do you got in 2Z and 3Zs?
I think Sad Boy might have been number 2.
Yep.
And then the first one might have been number 3. I forget what the first one was.
That was Jesse's. It was Jesse's chili. So you made it top 3.
Oh my gosh, I made the board.
Look at that.
For me, it's the last 2.
D'Anthony, what do you got?
Like no question.
The last 2 are tied for me.
Yeah.
Like it's just a different level of spice, but the flavors are really good.
What were the last 2?
Sad Boy and St. James. And I actually like the chicken one. Or whatever.
Actually, the chicken was very different,
on that
but
was really good.
It didn't remind me of chili, though. I really liked it a lot,
No, I know.
but for some reason, that didn't remind me of chili.
No,
but the spice was really good on it.
Because it has the consistency of like a tortilla soup almost.
That's what I was thinking.
So it's a little bit like out of
That
the
would be an
rule.
amazing
Like
tortilla
it's
soup.
breaking some rules, to be honest with you, but it's really good.
But that's sexually, you got to break the rules sometimes, and that's what chili is. It is sex.
Yeah, you can't
That's
be a
what
sex
she
coward.
said.
Nope, you can't be. So I tell you what, go get. Ask whoever the Cheeching was. Who got the Cheeching in? We'll get them on the mic.
Did they win?
I think 3 of us.
3 of us had them at 1.
I like that one too.
I mean, I had him at 1. You had
I
him
would
at
put
1.
them 3rd, yeah, probably.
Yeah. Well, I had them at 1. You
I
had
did
them at
too.
1.
I had
Sad Boy Fall at 1 or St. James Street James?
I had St. James Street James at 1,
Okay.
but
I
think you might
had
have
Sad
also
Boy.
had that
I had
at
Sad
1.
Boy at 2 and St.
maybe
James Street
because
James.
I was like a part of the making.
Okay.
What?
Cheeching. She can switch out with Jelly. Yeah. Yeah. Was that you?
That was me.
You made the fucking Cheeching.
I made the Cheeching chili.
Dude, come on in. Welcome.
Dang, that's awesome. Well, it
What
was
up, girl?
delicious.
All of you fucking turds just pile in here.
Yeah,
What are you
but
doing?
you guys can
everybody-
pile in.
Keep moving.
Pile in. Step on up to the mic.
To the mic.
Yes,
Is this
come on.
close enough
Come
to
on
the
in.
mic?
Come on in. Congratulations. You won the chili cook-off. The Cheeching was our favorite. 3
Yeah.
out of 4.
Awesome.
Yes. What's first of all, what's your name? Full name.
Kristen.
Government name.
Government name?
Yeah.
Kristen Moore.
Kristen Moore.
Yeah, sorry.
No. It's weird, isn't it? Being
It
that
is
close to
very
a
odd.
microphone.
It is.
You made fantastic chili. Do you have kids?
I have 3 kids.
God, I knew it.
Yeah,
See,
that's
I have
how.
3
It
kids.
tastes like my mom's chili.
Does it? Good.
Yes, and I loved it.
it's really, really great.
A little bit spicier than normal, but
No, that's good though.
I like it.
That's what you like. You gotta train your kids early.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Are
So
you
they don't
new
turn
to
out like
Drinkin'
Ross.
Bros?
I've been apart for a couple months, so fairly new.
No shit.
Yeah.
And so you just popped up and you were like, hey, man, I saw this event on Facebook and the Drinkin' Bros group.
Yep.
And I'll come and show up.
Well, I saw the campaign that you guys were doing.
Yes.
And that's kind of how I got clicked into it. so.
Really?
Yeah.
Because your kids are involved in the redistricting as well, right?
They are. They are.
And what
Unfortunately,
was the verdict? Yeah.
we didn't change schools. We were very, very close to having to change schools, but we didn't.
Good for you.
We stayed the same, which
Good for you.
I know. I'm so sorry.
No, I mean, look, it is what it is, man. Backwoods politics, backwoods politics. Like,
Yeah.
I'm glad you weren't affected. I don't want people to be affected, like for real. So that makes me amped. And you cooked one hell of a chili, and then you get a signed book of Matt's here. Thank you for my service, which we will present to you as being the winner. But that's amazing, and the fact that you found this through Drinkin' Bros and the campaign and all that stuff is even more incredible.
Yeah, it's exciting. I'm excited for what you guys are doing for sure.
Oh, thank you. And then who did you bring here? This handsome gentleman.
Sean.
Sean. He's a drinking bro as well, right?
Yeah, he's actually the one that introduced me to it.
He's got the Black Rifle coffee.
Of course.
Shonan, you got the.
He's wearing jeans with sandals on, which is a very drinking bros thing to do.
Oh,
That's a Dan thing.
I get shit talked so much for that.
Really? Why?
I have no idea.
Because you always do it?
Yeah.
Because the hot lead's spraying out all over your cold toes right there, right?
What?
Yeah. You got to have fucking.
You guys look like you could be brothers right now. You guys both have beards, jeans, your flip-flop.
I'm wearing tennis
you have
shoes.
flip-flops today. Wow, that's
I'm not
a
allowed
miracle.
to wear flip-flops anymore. It's too cold outside.
Oh.
That's amazing. That's amazing. Thank you so much for being here. Your chili was fucking fantastic.
I'm glad you guys enjoyed it.
Holy shit. That's wild, dude.
Wait, is there weed in here? Is that what it's called, cheeching?
I know. That's why I was wondering. I was like, am I going to get fucked up later?
There is not weed in there.
Okay,
I wish
good.
there was.
What made you call it Cheeching Chili?
It's just, you know.
No, I don't know.
Personal preference.
A sexual preference?
Because she eats it when she's high.
No?
Like Cheech and Chong, you know. It's just something
okay, gotcha.
So like the guys who smoke a shit ton of weed.
Yeah.
You know.
So back to my question: is there weed in here?
No, there is not weed in there.
God damn it.
She gets
Navajo
high and then
Indians
cooks it,
are-
and that's how she makes the bomb-ass chili.
That's why it is fantastic.
But again, I didn't know if it was like Navajo Indians of like, oh,
No,
Cheeching
listen,
Chili.
she's high as shit, just like tasting and be like, this is so good. And then
fuck,
she like
I
serves
talked to
it.
her. Yeah, you burned down.
I do.
Yes.
On
Dan's
a
always got weed on.
regular basis.
Yes, you do. And we're in a state that does not, it's illegal.
Yeah.
Ah.
For now.
Frowned upon.
Is it?
For now.
It's frowned upon. So how long you guys been dating? Did you meet through Drinkin' Bros?
Not actually dating.
Oh, okay.
Wait,
Just
stick your
friends.
foot in your mouth again.
Just
friends.
Just friends, remember?
You betcha. Because his smile's a little too wide
Just
for
friends.
that.
Just friends. Are you dating someone else? No.
No.
What?
I
The
am-
99
Nope,
questions.
just two friends, a man and a woman that are coming together for a chili cook-off.
When you say coming,
Drinking
I'm
together.
sorry.
Not
Excuse
having
me.
sex.
Coming together
When you-
for a chili cook-off.
Yeah.
When
A
you
guy and a girl
s-
being friends? Yes, it is.
When you say
Yes, it
coming
is.
together,
Yes.
like at the same time or in the same ordeal. Like,
Yeah.
Like, what are you guys gonna do after?
Yeah, what are you guys going to do after the show? Is there going to be chili on him, chili on you? How's that work out? Yeah.
Probably dinner.
Dinner.
We were
Okay.
talking about Wenny's.
There's a Carrabba's here.
Yeah. There's...
No, but I
I
don't
don't
know.
actually think there is a Carrabba's here.
There is actually on Market. Big fan of the Carrabba's.
if you're gonna go anal, I recommend soup. Something light.
I'm sorry?
Not
Something
chili.
light.
I recommend, if you go anal, I
They're
recommend
just
no
friends.
jalapenos.
Yeah,
No
something light,
jalapenos.
not
They're
How about
just
that
friends,
one?
Dan. They're
no,
just
that's
friends.
you can blast your friends in the ass. It's fine.
Oh God, that's gross. I'm surprised you want to get food after eating all this chili. Did you try everybody else's chili?
I did. And,
What was yours the best? Be honest. Oh, you don't think so? What
She's
was
like,
your- no,
I
it's
don't
fine.
mean to brag,
no, I
but
do think so, which is the bad thing.
She does think so.
I
It's
don't want to
great.
be mean. Everybody, they were great chilies, but I'm partial to my own. So
I like it a lot.
she's like, it was a good effort, but
Yeah. She's got a
Mine's
fucking
better.
chili wide on, dude. She's like, yo, I made the fucking best chili. What's up?
what I hate is that Eric sat here in the parking lot for like hours making his.
He was top 3.
He was.
Eric, yeah, so we're going to bring in Tansy afterwards.
ones
He
was
top
Eric?
3. Thank you for being
St.
here.
James something.
Will you grab me a marker out of the bag over there to sign?
Sharpie.
Yes, a Sharpie. Sorry, we've been getting fucked up off of this rum all day long. Out of my red backpack, my lady. What's that? Oh, thank you. Thank you. Yep. You bet.
that was an aggressive
enough.
throw.
Jesse is what?
I'm just tired of shit, to be honest.
I can't ask our guests, dude. Like, hey, God, Jesse is something else.
Zach would
today.
probably do it though.
This is what happens when you give her
Be nice
wine
to your
before 5.
wife.
She's
It's big.
gotta-
It's big
Be
tit
nice to
energy. Is what it
Jesse.
is.
Yes, it is.
Don't you dare steal my quote.
I'm trying to help you promote it.
Big tit energy.
My big tit
Dan,
energy.
while I sign this,
Oh, they like to steal
talk
our
about
shit?
The big tit energy.
talk about the show.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, so we're starting a new show soon. But when I say we, I mean Tiffany and
Jesse.
And they're
And
gonna
it's be
call
full
it,
of big tit
They're gonna
energy.
call it Big Tit. I don't know what is it called.
It's
Yeah,
called Drinking Broettes.
Broettes. And you don't have.
And it's full of big tit energy.
Tell me more about that. Tell me what big tit energy is.
Listen, what is it? 94% of your guys' demographic is males?
Yeah.
Right? So we are there to cater to the female demographic, but then also help our male counterparts out too. And we really feel like these females need a podcast that they can relate to and listen to. And we can also help give, relationship advice to all the guys that are asking on Drinking Bros, on the Facebook all day long.
Give me some relationship advice right now. Let's just demonstrate how this
How
is
about
gonna
you
work.
stop going for crazy fucking bitches?
No.
Number one,
Oh,
that's
shit.
a good one.
No.
Like, how about that one for starters?
Nope.
That's a good one.
Not doing that.
So let's look at trends and go, oh, I keep fucking up with the same girls. Maybe I should stop going for the same girls. Like, I don't know. Definition. Yeah, you're just almost as crazy as them. We're going back to them.
You're near there.
It's fine. So what we did our first little, episode today, and it was a blast. It was great. I think they'll really like it. Drinking Broettes.
Look, you guys are fucking hilarious. Obviously, both of you have been on the show numerous times, so we're stoked about it. We have a media company, so we're looking for shows all the time. We thought you guys would be a good fit. I can't wait to hear it. I know you guys just shot the pilot today, so I'm amped about it. Look for that coming soon. Let's get to the number 2 person, Jabes. Who made the St. James Street James chili? Eric Tansey made it?
Is that 2 for everyone, really?
Yes, that's 2 for everyone, yeah.
Was that the
Where's
St. James
Tansey?
one?
Yes. Where's the Tansey, man?
Tansey, come in here. Number 2.
Did he really fucking make that?
That's cauldron chili, dude.
God damn, dude. Tansey, man.
I like
Tansey,
how
man,
shocked you are right now.
I mean, dude, who can make
Which,
good
by the
ramen?
way,
There
you
it
look the
is.
best. Look at you. You're a sweetheart.
Tansey, man.
Ross, you're still sweating over there, by the way.
I am, dude.
Can I
There
just
was
point
some-
out that you're glistening?
There was some spice. I like Homegirls. Like, dude,
you
I
really
have the best
suck
chili,
with
and
the
I
spice.
felt fucking confident about it. Tansey, man, you were number 2, man. You get the signed book, dude.
Yes.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Tell everybody what was in that
was
chili,
good.
because we were trying to guess it. What is it?
Steak.
No, not his. His didn't have game. Somebody's had game in it, but it wasn't his.
Homegirls did the first one.
Yeah.
She had game. What was your? Yeah. So what did you make yours with?
Lots of steak and lots of meat and Guinness beer.
There
Guinness
you-
stout.
See,
I used an
steak,
IPA in mine.
Beer.
Okay. All right.
Hoppy IPAs are good for that.
Yeah. I was trying to make
Guinness
mine
is
like,
good,
what
too.
would St. James Street St. James eat? And I thought lots of
Ooh.
meat, dark beer, made in a cauldron over an open flame.
St. James Street James. Let's see.
He had a good strategy, literally just to please you.
No. Well,
I feel like
here's the thing. You've got to have a great chili. Like, that was a great chili, man.
That was a good chili.
I will say this. St. James Street James, the cauldron, money. I didn't know it was you, by the way, because we've been.
Sure.
You guys have been outside all day. We've been inside. The cauldron was money. The Guinness. It has to have been the Guinness, right?
I've used Guinness
I don't
before.
think it was.
I've used this time I used really hoppy IPA. Like, you need something where the flavor is going to stand out, right?
Okay.
And it's got to complement the other shit. Guinness is good because it has like a creamy flavor to it.
Sure.
Like, the mouthfeel is creamy, so it complements. I think you had some cumin in yours probably.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
and
Good call.
some cayenne pepper and stuff like that. It complements those flavors and mouthfeel. So you got to. That's what culinary arts is all about. Is like matching stuff that goes together.
Yeah, so
Right.
we had you in a virtual tie with the Sad Boy chili, which I'm guessing is either yours or
It's
somebody
mine.
else's.
I
It
figured
was
it was
yours.
yours.
Yeah.
It was yours. That was fantastic.
Yeah.
There was like
There's a lot of spices in there,
lot.
and a ton of meat.
and a bunch of meat, but
Told you it was
different
meat
types of
major
meat.
one.
It wasn't the same meat.
Well,
What did you
had
put in yours?
bacon and
What all kinds of meat?
yeah.
Well, there's 3 types of chili. So there's jalapeno, ancho, or not ancho. There's Anaheim chili and poblano, right? So
Okay.
you fire roast all those. You peel off the skin, seed them, slice them up, put them in there. It's all cooked in bacon fat, and then cut up New York strip in that as well, and then ground beef and sweet Italian sausage.
Holy shit!
Yeah.
God damn.
Yeah, you put a lot in
Jeez.
it.
It was a good
was
fucking
good.
chili. I will say this though, it was either you or you. It was like sherbet in between.
Yeah.
For the next one, we'll have to
Yeah, you got to palate cleanse a little bit.
cleanse a little bit
yeah.
because you're right. I'm still sweating from that that other chili.
You got some weak spice genes, brah.
dude,
Weak spice genes,
dude. That's not
We
my
gotta
fucking spice genes.
up
man.
the ante on the spice in your food just to get you used to it.
That is not true whatsoever.
Yes, we do.
Tiffany. Like,
Weak genes.
look, you put some Japalinos in this shit. Like, yeah. it's
This
just
is
gonna
really
get
good, by
spiced
the
up.
way. What is this?
That's the cranberry rum punch.
This
Little
is
festive.
you would like this. It
It
has
usually
a very
adds cinnamon
good
to
rum
it,
flavor.
but I've had it.
Oh,
Yeah,
have
we
you?
had a-
Yeah,
we
did a
rocked
live
those,
show at
man.
his
Because I like spice rum a lot.
distillery.
Yeah.
Because my husband got me stuck on, was it Sailor Jerry's?
Yeah.
Sure.
And so I start liking that.
Okay.
This is very, very good.
Oh, good. I'm glad
but
you like
I
it.
feel like this has a lot more. I want to say, I'm trying to think, organic spice to it
Okay.
than
Yeah.
Sailor Jerry's.
Sure.
To me.
Yeah,
I
it's
it.
like
Yeah, that
we're
stuff
not.
tastes a little bit more industrial.
It tastes
or
sugary.
yeah.
So
and
like
not
the
as- yeah.
trick in spice rum these days is vanilla. We call them vanilla bombs because vanilla makes things smooth, so it takes away the burn.
Yeah.
So people, what they'll do is just throw in huge amounts of vanilla to take away the burn.
I can see that.
However, Again, we're still working on. I'm not gonna say that we perfected it, but you want that perfect balance of burn and vanilla.
Yeah.
So we're not trying to make it a vanilla bomb. I still think we could have added more vanilla to the spice rum, and I think our next batch there will be more vanilla. Or we're gonna try to recreate that through vanillion from an oak barrel, a new American oak barrel. That's where we get vanillion from. And we're gonna try to recreate it that way. I just didn't want to make a vanilla bomb.
Let me ask you this: how long have you been making chili?
Not too long. I did like the police officer cook-off.
Did you win that?
Yes, I did. I did win that.
Nice.
I did
Tansy,
win that
man.
one.
The fucking Tansy,
Yeah.
man, dude.
Yeah,
5-tool guy.
Yeah.
5-tool guy. Yeah, we had you onesie Tuesday. I'll sign a book for you, Dan.
We did bison for that
all
one
set.
though. We didn't do steak. We
you were
did
top
bison.
3. You do get one.
You're so lucky.
I've used elk moose and bison and stuff like that. The only problem with it is, and it depends on how you like your chili, mouthfeel wise. If you're not using a stout beer inside of it to fucking cut that flavor, if you're using a really lean meat, I feel like it doesn't work, honestly. Because it doesn't, like the thing that helps, protein is protein, but fat helps things bind, right? It's a binding agent when it comes to those meats. So if you have all those flavors in there, sometimes you'll taste all the flavors in the sauce and you'll eat a piece of the meat. It's like, there's no flavor in this meat. Why is there no flavor in here? That's what I usually do. If I'm testing someone's chili, usually if there's chunks of meat in it, I'll pull one out and clean it off and then just eat the meat and see if it's actually absorbed into it or not.
Right.
Really?
You know what I mean? Yeah.
You go deep with this shit.
I was just saying,
You're
I feel like
actually-
everything he does, there's a science to it that he
Holy cow.
figures out.
Science.
Break it down.
What even is science?
What
though?
even is science, though, Tiffany?
I mean,
Bill
Jared-
Dan, the
Jared-
science guy.
Jared doesn't believe in science. He doesn't believe in pharmacology or any of that stuff.
I wish he was here today.
Oh man, can you imagine him? He would have eaten.
He would have eaten all the
We would be in here
chili.
recording the
He
show,
would've
and
had
one of
hot
the
dogs
pots
in
of chili
here.
would just be empty. He's like, I like that one, so I ate it all.
That's exactly what would have happened.
Thanks, Jared. That was super helpful
And
too.
then you would have found some whore to bring to your house tonight, and then
Homegirl's
like,
here. Do
shit
you want to be on the
your
show?
bed
Did you have
and
any chili?
everything.
I didn't have any chili.
You didn't have any chili?
I didn't. Just got here.
Can we talk about Asian stereotypes with you or no?
Let's go. Get on the show.
Come on in.
Come on.
Come on in. Swap out with Tansy. Tansy, congratulations. Thank you, dude.
Thank you.
Thank you. You are camera ready. Look at you.
walk in
Is that a
front of the
Gucci
camera.
belt?
I know everyone keeps walking in front of the
Jesus
camera.
Christ, you bunch
that
of
a
fucking
Gucci
rookies.
belt?
I'm already regretting this.
Oh man. So pull the mic up to there. You go. Right there.
Okay.
Yeah. So like an inch from your
Close
mouth.
to your
Okay.
face.
There you go. We've been in the cargo district. This is our new offices. Obviously, we're having a campaign kickoff party, a chili cook-off party, and a blowout. We're new to here in this 4,000 square foot building here. Tell everybody what's going on here in the cargo district, because it's not what you think, right? It's shipping
No.
containers.
Yeah, it's shipping containers. It's a mixed-use development project with co-working spaces and shipping container apartments. Cool guys like these
Really
people
cool guys,
over
yes.
here.
Yeah. Dan
Coffee shops.
Dan just tipped his cap to you.
No, I didn't. I was just
Like
adjusting
you were heading
that.
back
Adjusting
to
his hat.
Vietnam afterwards, and you were like, "Hey,
Is that
lady,
because she's
I'm
Asian? You said Vietnam?
I didn't say that. I did not say
Oh
that
my
because
God.
of that. No, we were.
Relax, Tiffany. It's fine. She knew it. She knows it. She knows what she got
She
into.
knows
coming
the
on
show,
Come
Tiffany.
on.
He's gonna eat chili still.
And how long you been working here?
Been here about 2 years.
You like it?
I do like it.
You want to do something else?
Maybe one day. We'll see.
What is that? You think?
Probably going back into tech at some point.
No shit. Back to San Francisco?
No, maybe Charlotte. Who knows?
You said back into tech? No,
Yeah.
there aren't a lot of Asians that work in tech, right?
Yeah. Because we're so smart.
You guys are.
That's true.
So,
That's why nobody gets offended by Asian stereotypes, because
No
you're better
one.
than everybody else.
yes,
That's why.
And so we say this on the show all the time because, like, we'll make fun of we make fun of all races, including our own, obviously, and Asians as well. But there is certain things in this life, like, fuck, dude, Asians are the smartest there is on the planet.
Yeah.
Can we just all agree on that?
They definitely work
yeah.
harder at being smart than anybody else does.
Yes,
for sure.
They work harder.
Yeah.
So we'll go
Absolutely.
Asians number one with a bullet. I put Mexicans at 2 as far as working hard.
Work ethic for
Working
sure.
Yes.
hard.
Work ethic, yeah.
Working hard,
Yeah.
yeah. So Asians 1, Mexicans 2. I don't know why there's such a bitch fest about all of that, where it's just like
That's the problem with as cultures become more advanced, people get lazy, right?
right.
You start to think about intellectual stuff instead of and we went the wrong way. Like it happened in Asia. They started becoming super successful, and they were like, well, we need to keep pushing our intellectual efforts. Here in America, we're like, oh, we got Hot Pockets and iPads, brother.
Yeah.
Fuck you.
Good.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know what happened. Divergent cultures there. I don't know what happened, but
But if like
I do like Hot Pockets.
surgeons, by the way, If I go into surgery and it's not someone Asian or Indian,
oh yeah, I don't
get
do
the
that.
fuck
No.
out of here, dude.
No.
I don't operate on me.
If I
You're
can
not touching
pronounce
me.
your name, you're not cutting into my body. There's no
Exactly. That's the way it is.
You can
And I
get
don't
fucked.
understand, like, because some people are like, oh, that's terrible. It's like, why? I don't want a white person cutting into me. I want a fucking Asian dude.
Yeah.
Slapping it up like I know precisely what it's
like
gonna
Ken
be.
Jeong from all the movies.
Yeah.
Yes.
Exactly.
He's fucking funny as shit too. You know he's a real doctor, right?
Yeah.
Real doctor in real life.
How
yeah.
fucking funny is that guy?
That's great.
Yeah.
He's got a little wiener though. It's really small.
To his boy to shoot that scene.
But that was.
Do you know he had to be naked
was-
probably for three days straight?
I was gonna say, poor guy though. He's soft.
He is
Maybe he's
soft.
a grower, not a shower.
Maybe.
I want to see Ken Jeong's hard dick right now.
How much?
Somebody
Google.
$8,000. You want to see a hard?
Well, we
Ken
could do.
Jeong
We could.
boner,
We could.
yeah.
For
Put
$8
a bounty
grand?
on it.
Wait, do you know him well enough? And he like you already
I don't
offered
know.
this, and he
I don't
okay.
know.
I was
But
like,
I would say if you put a bounty on it.
No, we'll pay a Drinker Bro to go over there, slip a fucking boner pill in his mouth, and
Roman?
just wait. Yeah.
Yeah.
Smack him in the face and wake him up. Hey. And then take a picture of his face and the boner all at the same time.
Exactly.
I need
$8,000.
proof of life. I need to know that it's him.
You have to.
For $8,000, it's out there, guys. It's balls in your court now.
When we moved in here, you were probably like, "Oh fuck, what are these guys doing here?"
So loud. So obnoxious. I was like, this is the
So
worst
loud, so
decision ever.
obnoxious.
No, I'm just kidding. You guys have been great.
Have we? We've been all right, right?
All right.
Yeah. I like how she's not real positive of it. She's like, yeah,
that's okay.
you've been
Very,
all right.
very diplomatic answer, yeah.
You've been all right. Who'd you bring with you? Did you bring Danny over here?
No.
No, she's
she
gone.
is in Denver.
Yeah.
Oh, what's she doing
Left
there?
this morning.
Just freezing her fucking balls off.
Yikes.
Yeah.
Why in the fuck would you go to Denver this time
and
of year?
high on shrooms, so she's doing great.
It's true. They decriminalize
They do all of it over
mushrooms.
there.
Yeah, it's
yeah.
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 So good for her.
Did you ever work in San Francisco?
No, I did not.
So, because whenever you think of tech, right, you automatically think San Fran or
San Jose. Yeah.
San
one of
Jose.
the two,
Yeah. Actually, but she's right. Charlotte's got a big up and
There's a
coming
lot.
tech side.
Ohio-
Yeah, Charlotte and Raleigh are big ones.
Why is that?
I don't know. I think,
There's got to be an Eastern Corridor tech sector, right?
yeah.
Where else would it be? It's not going to be in
everything's
DC.
so
There's
close,
too much
cost
shit
of
going
living.
on.
Cost of living.
Cost of living's
Yeah.
good.
Yeah.
Like the
can see that.
Cleveland's turning into it for the Midwest now. Cleveland and Austin are like the two like central part of the country.
Austin,
where,
yes, yeah.
Like Austin, Google
Yeah.
and Facebook have huge facilities there
You're
now.
right.
Mm-hmm.
Cleveland, I think Google's building a facility up there, and a bunch of other tech companies are started up there. It makes sense. Like you got to have people all over the fucking place now to get anything done.
I like Charlotte and Raleigh.
I like
They're great
Raleigh.
areas.
Yeah, they're
Raleigh-
great.
I like Charlotte too.
Raleigh's
Yeah.
cool.
You go to the beach a lot down here?
Sometimes.
Yeah. What's your jam? How do you get down? Is it drugs? Like, what do you do after work? It's got to be something, right?
Definitely not drugs.
What is it?
She beats up
Wine?
hobos in the park.
Yeah.
Like
yeah.
she rolls hobos in the park, dude.
That would
No,
be
every
my
single
favorite
night.
activity ever.
If we heard that from like a stranger on this show,
Yeah.
I would honestly applaud them. Of like, wait, what?
She's got
no,
like
I
a-
beat up hobos.
I don't
just,
think
like,
they would
after
admit
work.
it though.
She's got a
out
stun
loud.
gun and a lead pipe, and she just zaps
Oh
them
my
and beats
God.
their legs over and over.
So-
I don't know why the legs over and over. She never goes above the waist.
I'm so
like that a lot.
short, that's as far as I can
That
reach.
that could be it. Yeah.
Boom.
That's racist though.
It's
so.
racist.
No,
though.
a
That's
lot of
Asian
women
racist.
like to decompress with a glass of wine or two or three
Definitely
or
wine.
four at the end of the day.
Yeah, and
Yeah.
then roll hobos in the park.
And then roll hobos in the park.
Yeah,
That's-
after
yeah.
you're buzzed as shit, sure, but
You
not
know-
sober.
Look, you get 3 or 4 wines deep, you don't know what's gonna happen.
No,
True.
and you can roll a hobo in the park. Like that's all.
Who
fun.
knows? Maybe I would have done it before. I don't know.
That's all fun.
I could see you rolling hobos in a park.
Totally.
I mean, you're pretty nice, but you're also crazy as shit.
I could see myself doing is like being like, hey, let's practice these like jiu-jitsu, Krav Maga
Nope.
moves
I
or
can
something.
see you fucking rolling
and then be
hobos
fucking
in the
with them
park.
because like one of them gets me really good, and I fuck him up.
And then she tears his eyeball out and eats it right in front of him.
Electrolytes. Ah, nah, 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 nah.
Is that the thing you
Yes.
want? Like you want them to get one good shot on you, so you're like, yo, you fucking deserve this.
Normally that's what happens. Like normally I'll just be like having fun, and the minute someone gets serious and they fucking take it to the next level is when I'm like, okay, it's on, and
Yeah.
then I just don't let up.
Oh,
That's what
great.
happens.
God damn it.
And then that's when I'm
scary.
just in the zone.
I like that a lot.
But it takes a bit. It takes a bit. You know
Well,
what I say?
hey, thank you for being here.
Yeah, I
We
actually
greatly
have to run,
appreciate it. Yeah, you
but
got to run.
good to see you
Grab
guys.
some chili. Thank you for being here. Grab a scream out a name, Ryan St. Louis Hughes, in the lobby. Okay. Ryan St. Louis Hughes.
Is that really his
I
name?
saw him
It
with
is,
he has a
yes.
St. Louis shirt on.
Yes. Yeah.
Well, his middle, I saw him because I've been wanting to call him out because he's out St. Louis Blues.
You're a Blues
Shirt
fan.
on.
What up, girl?
Yeah.
Yeah, when you go by St. Louis, like as your nickname.
Yeah.
Chances are you're a
Oh, that's
diehard
his
fan.
nickname.
Yeah, it's his
Oh, good
nickname.
on
I
him.
think.
It's not his
Alright.
real name.
It would be awesome if that was his government.
Well,
name.
I'm saying nickname, like, I don't know.
Christ.
That
No,
would be great.
nickname is obviously not a real name.
Ross Peoria Patterson. Come on in, brother. You got a new Black Rifle Coffee hat on. Come on in. Take a seat. Watch out for Buzz Aldrin behind
It's
you.
hot off the presses there.
Yeah. There you go.
We got a St. Louis Blues fan in the house, bro.
Dang, dude.
Roster Dramas called it.
I did.
Even though you went back on it, you fucking called it.
I did.
Wait, he went back on it? What?
That was a good series.
It was a good series. It was close, and like I didn't know which way it was gonna go. Dude, we've been friends for a long time. How long you lived in Wilmington?
Roughly 15 years.
No shit.
Roughly.
No shit. Where do you live at now?
Ogden, Wilmington here.
Okay, you're up in Ogden.
Oh, yeah.
All right, great. Dude, Black Rifle Coffee's got fitted new era hats now?
Oh, those are nice.
God damn it.
Yeah, they just
dude.
added a whole lineup of new era hats.
Wow.
Yeah.
It was the early buy thing for the members, club members and shit.
Yeah,
like that.
so
No
club members
shit.
of the coffee club. Which
I'm
again,
a member of the club, but
you get exclusive access. So if you log into your club homepage, you see all the new products that are available right
God
there.
damn
Plus,
it,
you
man.
get email blasts whenever they come out and shit like
the
that.
problem is we're so busy. We do 7 shows a week here
Yeah.
between this and Ross Patterson Revolution. I don't get time to get the cool shit. Like, you got the board shorts. I missed out on the fucking board shorts. And now they got fitted new era hats for Black Rifle. By the way, go to blackriflecoffee.com, promo code DrinkinRoast20.
Yep.
We'll get you 20% off there. You are here for the campaign. You heard about the schools. Are you married? Do you have kids?
Yes, sir. 2
kids. Did your kids get redistricted? How did that work out for you?
Nope.
They didn't.
No, mine goes to
Good for you. That's the third
Oh, how
person.
nice. Mine
The third
did.
person's like, no, man, I think it was just you.
You're the only asshole that's getting fucked over here.
No, I wasn't actually. Like, dude, because I was at the town hall meeting last night, at the school board meeting last night. Jesus Christ, man, it was out of control. And, again, I want to shout out Stephanie.
Stephanie Adams.
Stephanie Adams was a rock star
And
last night. She
Judy
was like, hey, man,
Justice.
I think we should push this and Judy Justice. They were rock stars last night. But you didn't get affected by it, but you've lived here for 15 years. You know what's going on, right?
yes, sir.
Yeah, so...
Nope, I know.
No, it's all
Joe
right.
Rogan, fist away.
Yeah, I know, right? So with that, can you explain to the audience what is happening, what happens here in like a small town like this?
Well, the redistricting.
With everything. Just everything in this town.
Well, God, this town's growing too fucking fast, for one. Traffic's becoming
It's crazy, right?
blatantly retarded. It's unacceptable. Then if you add the redistricting, like for you and your kids, you're going to have to drive 10 times longer than you need to. Instead of basically being a mile, you got to go, then deal with all that travel, then time, etc.
Yeah.
It's just a royal fucking pain in the ass.
It sucks. And especially when you're working all day and like, dude, I'm already pressed for time anyways with all this shit. And it's like, I would like to see my kids after work just for a little longer or, maybe go to work a little earlier. Now I can't do that. But it's more than that. Like, dude, the way the bus drivers are getting fucked over and everybody else.
That is a big thing with my neighborhood. We have a private page and people are like, it's 5 o'clock and their high school students still aren't home yet.
Everybody's late, right?
Yeah, because they're so short on bus drivers,
Yeah.
etc. And it's just a giant clusterfuck.
Because the weird thing is they won't pay them. And they keep lowering the salary for bus drivers for some reason. I don't understand it whatsoever. 1. 2, if you want to do the redistricting thing, fine. Don't hire a third-party person from outside the state where that extra $100K could have gone to the bus drivers. It solves your problem right away. Like, that was an easy solution.
Easy.
So why they didn't do that, I don't fucking know.
Because that would make sense.
Exactly. How old are your kids?
7 and 4.
7 and 4.
Yes, sir.
Where do they go to school? In Ogden?
No, my son goes to school, Coastal Preparatory Academy.
Okay.
It's like a lottery school out in Porter's Neck.
Porter's Neck is growing, dude.
Fucking A,
Jeez.
trust me. I'm like on the border, like between Porter's Neck and Ogden.
It's crazy out there.
Yeah, my house has gone up a good amount value-wise, so I'm fucking loving it. But yeah, it'd be a good way of putting it. But yeah, that's just saying the traffic out there. But yeah, my son's school, it was a lottery, and he got accepted into it the first year they opened, and
That's amazing.
so
Well, here's my personal take on Wilmington. Because look, when I came here for the first time, I'd never been here. The only thing I knew was Dawson's Creek, right? Dawson's Creek and One Tree Hill, I think. Obviously, it looks beautiful, and then you come here and you're like, oh my God, this is beautiful. And you have the beaches and the downtown and everything is close, 2 lanes, small town. It's pretty easy to get to. I think more and more people are starting to figure it out, and you're just like, oh, shit. Like, this will be Charleston probably in 5 years.
God, I remember Mayfair. That was, 2 lanes? 4 lanes? I mean, it's unreal what it's grown to be like now. It's
crazy. But, did you get to have any chili?
Yes, sir.
You did? What was your favorite?
I had the first 2, which was the Instill guy, then the second one, which was a lot more fucking spicy, whatever it was.
That was the one I was sweating on, yeah.
See, I'm a bitch when it comes to hot food.
Same here. I'm not
Cholula's
a bitch,
my
obviously, but
fucking, I'm fine with that.
That had about half the spice that I would normally put on it.
I was going to say, that was nothing.
Like I put it.
No, I'm sorry.
That was baby spice.
The recipe calls for 2 teaspoons of cayenne pepper. I put 1.
Well, I was afraid. I was like, which one of these assholes is going to put a fucking Carolina Reaper or something like that in there?
No, nobody would do that.
I had Anaheim. I had Anaheim and poblano and jalapeno chilies in them, but they were all fire roasted and then seeded, so they're not that hot.
No.
It's
well,
just
after it's cooked and you put all the liquids and everything in there too.
Then the Cheechin one I got, I was like, oh, fuck. I was like, did they possibly throw something in here? I was like, I don't want to get fired.
You mean the drugs?
Yeah.
Because I got suspended from work today, I found out. So I'm like, woo.
Are you serious? For what?
I work for a food company. I delivered foods. And
you don't have to say which one.
Yep. And I delivered one to an account with the exact same name, but there was pub and bars. The only difference between the 2 accounts. One account we delivered that I haven't been there in like a year and a half, and I thought it was right there because it was right next to my last stop. So I delivered it. Apparently, it went to one 30 miles away. So
shit.
Yay.
Sorry about that.
Nah, fuck it. It is what it is.
God damn, that sucks, man. I'm sorry.
Yeah. So,
well, are you getting fucked up with us today?
Yeah, why not?
Why not?
Why not?
Ryan St. Louis Hughes.
Yes, sir.
Dude, you're one of our faves, man. You've been an OG drinking bro. Tried and true, man. Zima, everything, man. Appreciate you being on the show.
Anytime,
grab
brother.
Jabe's and we'll wrap it up today.
Yeah.
Grab the Jablers.
Wrap that gavel
out there.
up.
She threw a marker at me earlier.
It's because you've been just a piece.
She's
of
been
shit.
your gopher. Hey, go for this. Can you go for that?
Not at all.
Can you?
I don't want to ask our guests, like, hey, can you grab
I know,
shit?
but I'm just letting you know. That's why she was upset.
That's my wife. That's what.
So does that mean you're allowed to?
Yes, she is a part owner in this company. She, I was saying you threw a marker at me.
I said because you were his gopher.
You were not the gopher.
I was kind of the gopher, wasn't I?
But
we were talking about gopher holes earlier.
Okay.
We were.
That sounds super fun, you guys.
Yeah, clown.
Fucking dumbass.
So it's a prolapsed.
So you were talking about gopher holes, and then what happened?
Then the gopher.
Dan,
here.
stop.
Dan's frozen in time.
Dan's frozen. Dan, wake up. Dan, wake up. Wake up, Dan. Stop.
I like how the more and more fucked up Dan gets, like the real humor comes out.
What is your
No,
issue?
the more hatred he has for me, I think is what it is.
The less capable I am of masking my hatred.
Yeah. That's true. That's
the
true.
The level doesn't change. Really.
No, the level's always the same.
It's
Which I think I found
the same.
I found it so funny to hear that your brother's the complete opposite of you. Like
He is.
happy, jolly, go lucky, loving guy.
Great guy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then
Great
there's
guy.
Dan.
Then there's Dan. And I think that's a lot. Basically, that's his tagline, right? And then there's
Dan.
Dan,
There's Dan.
right?
Yeah.
People always say that they're the type of person that people have to explain to others before they introduce them, but I feel like I might be the actual person that you need to explain to other
I can
people.
see that.
That
Like,
or
listen,
you
I have
are
a friend
very
named Dan.
self-explanatory. Like, upon meeting you, that's exactly what you're going to get.
Yeah, but some
Your
people,
entire relationship, no matter how close you get, right?
Yep.
Yeah.
So the handshake, the shark eyes that you get,
Yeah.
you know what I mean?
Are you going Jaws on me right here? Is that what this is?
Do you know what I mean, though? But like
Dead eyes,
exactly
like a
what you
shark's
get on that
eyes.
first meeting is what you will get forever, no matter how hard you try.
Yes, but the
no matter
thing
how
is-
hard you how close you
I
are.
select my people very quickly.
people can't wrap their brains around that though. They're like,
No.
nope, there's something wrong. Maybe it's me. They try to look into it. Like they want to know who he really
no, he
is. They want to
just
get to know
doesn't
him.
he doesn't do the fake bullshit.
Small
of
talk
love
matters.
Hey,
I
small
love that.
talk sucks. It's the
What
worst
do you
thing
say
of
small
all
talk
time.
is for what?
Small people.
Yeah.
True.
That's true.
I thought you were gonna say small
I only,
penises.
I
but that
only
works
do
too.
Either way.
medium talk.
There
As
is
soon
a,
as I meet somebody, I say, how's your husband's dick working? I mean, really. And
Yeah.
that's like do you know what I mean? Because I want that medium talk.
Yeah, you got to get some medium talk in there.
I know we're doing a comedy show, but I really do ask people in my real life. Like if Ross were single and he started dating somebody, I would immediately say, "Oh, are you coming there yet?"
Yeah.
Because that tells me it cuts through all the bullshit, and I know
Yeah.
exactly how serious he is about that person right there.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Fuck all that shit.
I know.
That would probably be like a follow-up question for me.
No,
not
the only
initial
resource
one,
in
but I'm
life you
just
can
different.
never get more of his time. I'm not gonna waste my time tiptoeing through the fucking tulips with you assholes, man. I'm gonna fucking immediately ask the exact question I want to fucking know the answer.
And that's what
to.
makes you, and we love it.
Tiptoeing through. What? Calm down. I mean, we don't.
I mean,
Together.
Dan's unique,
Together.
you know?
Yeah.
Like, yeah.
How many friends do you need? That's true. How many friends do you have, Tiffany?
A few.
Close. What close friends?
Oh, I keep my circle small.
Same.
Purposely.
Mine's under 10.
Oh, easily. I would say mine's probably a handful or so.
Mine's 5 from today, 5 from college, probably. That's about it.
I have
I don't have
a
any
best
from high
friend
school,
from
really.
college, and I have like 2 friends, mainly like one from high school that I still keep in touch with here and there, and like we will always be friends. It's like one of those connections that you'll always have. And then I have like a few right now. There's no need. Like, so many people are fake. So many people I feel like want something from you. It takes a lot to sift through the bullshit, right? Sometimes, and you end up learning the hard ways that people aren't who really they say they are, or they try to fuck you over later on. And so you eventually learn that, hey, sometimes it's quality over quantity. And I'd rather have like a few really good friends than just have like try to be friends with everyone and not really have a good connection or relationship with people.
Yeah.
I'm still
That's how I am.
looking. I'm still looking for a friend. Right?
Yeah, you are.
I would love to have a close
We
friend
had a
near
whole
me.
thing on my show
where I
of, like,
live.
just trying to find Jesse a best friend.
I would love to have a best friend where I live, but I do not. They're all
They're
screwed
all,
about the United States.
Why don't we do instead of doing this stupid bachelor show in the spring? Why don't we find Jesse a best friend?
Oh my god!
And you're the host.
You would have to like help me.
Oh my
You're the
god!
host.
I mean, where you would like you're the host,
But
or
then you
like,
end up becoming her
do-
best friend through the whole.
Yeah,
thing.
you guys end up becoming.
Yeah,
her
but
best
the problem
friends.
is we still live like hours away.
Yeah, exactly.
Could be
You
in.
know,
We're
like
talking
you meet
about-
someone who like you literally can just pop on over. Like, hey, friend,
Yeah.
I'm gonna surprise you. Oh,
I
Yeah,
feel like
exactly.
you're being a real
Can you
negative
meet-
Nancy right now.
But you want to
wow,
just
no,
be
I'll
like,
be the.
can
no.
we meet for a drink right now? Like I have nobody.
Correct.
Look, all of
you
your
know?
friends
Like we
around here,
always
I
talk
hate
and everything.
all of. I don't know any of them. But if
You
I
met
did,
a couple
did
of them
know
and you
this
didn't
guy.
like them.
No, he's
And he
never-
was very honest about
You met
them,
one.
too.
You liked one, and it's only because it was the wife of a guy that you liked in town.
Yes.
who?
So, by the way, instead of being a negative Nancy, you'd be a positive Peter.
I don't remember any of that.
I'm a positive.
Peter.
So Nick
Yeah.
is one of your guys'
Pam.
friends.
Oh, yeah,
that,
I
like
love
went,
Nick. Yeah,
yeah. He's awesome.
So his wife is awesome.
Yeah.
and
Yeah,
you-
she's cool. I like Nick.
Yeah.
He's a good dude.
Yeah,
They're red.
So, but I really only think that was the only reason that you were like cool with her. Is
It's because of him.
Because Nick's
Maybe.
cool.
Look, I don't care about
Wives.
women.
no, and no, me neither. And maybe that's
Like
the problem.
there will be the woman that I love, and there will be this one, and then you, I guess. Depending on what kind of headgear you're wearing that day, because right now it's throwing me off.
It's
I gotta
cute.
be honest.
Look,
I like her
No,
hat.
I really do like it. You look. Some people look good in hats. You look good in hats.
Yeah.
Thank you.
At any
does.
rate,
It's a
yeah.
gun.
Compliments your face.
with regard to women, if it's not you two or a girl that I'm with,
Yeah.
I don't care about that.
Oh no, and
Even
I
if it's a
yeah.
relative of mine, like I don't. You're
nor should
not
you.
that I care about dudes.
You mean like
I don't-
impressing or just
Yeah.
getting a fuck about?
I don't
He
care that
punched
they
his aunt.
exist.
He punched his aunt once.
I did, yeah.
So
What?
How old were you?
she was
It was
She
last
was-
week.
I was 16 and she was.
Okay, well you were 16.
47.
Yeah, she was older. Yeah.
Did she deserve it?
Probably.
Like, what'd she do? You
in
don't
Dan's
remember?
family?
Was it okay?
Probably.
Listen, was it squared in the face? Was it like a jaw punch? Was it a boob punch? Was it
Butthole.
a gut punch? It was a butthole punch.
She
was
was
a pucker
wearing
hole
pants. There was no penetration,
It
but
was
I
a
punched her as
perineum.
hard as I could, right in the asshole.
That's kind of funny,
It's a
actually.
perineum punch.
She wouldn't shut the fuck up.
He Gaddafi her ball. Gaddafi. That's what you did.
Gaddafi?
Gaddafi.
Gaddafi, yeah.
Oh, that's right, because
Fist
he
to the
got
butthole.
raped to death.
To death, yeah.
With
That's
a
right.
with a knife.
With a
Yeah.
knife.
Yeah.
No, I've never done that.
Yeah,
Well,
he did
it
that.
was the first time for everything,
There's
obviously.
a lot of time
Well, you did it
left
to
in
your
this life.
aunt, so.
Okay, guys. Can I go?
No, you can't.
Oh, we
we got fucked up today. We had a lot of laughs, a lot of cries.
A lot of what?
No
A lot of
cries,
laughs,
but
a lot of cries.
Laughs. Not a lot of laughs.
When you
did not
start drinking
purchase
rum
any
out of the
laughs.
bottle, Jesse, does
Did
things
you?
to you. Yeah, yeah.
Did you
we
drink
did.
that much out?
Yes, yes. We had
Oh God.
the Tansy Man on.
You're gonna have to take care of him tonight.
Look,
The Tansy Man.
Jesus, along with my kids.
it's nothing new.
It's nothing new. You're
Yeah, I
right
mean,
about
you-
that.
you-
Just a
Dan.
normal.
You just have
night
a
in
third
the
child,
Patterson
and you've known that
household.
for a long time.
It's
Yeah.
true.
So I want to give you the drinking bro of the week, actually, Jesse.
Who?
stayed up late. You.
Oh.
I'm gonna give it to you.
Yeah, you actually
It's
have
only
been
'cause I
working
threw a
hard this
pin.
week to make this shit happen. You put furniture together.
Yes.
You wore
we-
that hat. That's 2 things.
Two things. No, we moved into a brand new studio. You bought all of our furniture. You're the only woman that works here.
Yeah, because if you left it up to us to design, there
would
would be
look
a
like shit.
garbage can and no chairs out there.
Exactly.
I know, but then I wonder, is that what you guys want?
No.
I was wondering why
Okay.
it was decorated so
No.
nicely too.
As
Because I
everybody
was like,
was-
the whole
yeah.
time I'm like,
To be
this
nice.
is
That's
so
what
To
she
be
should
honest
do.
nice.
with you, Tiffany, I was trying to impress you, and I'm being totally honest.
This is really nice. No, I love the feel.
That I was
of
like,
it.
there's a woman that's gonna come
Yeah.
here and potentially
Here's-
like be here.
Let me address that because I've never, as you know, I've never had anything hanging in any place I've ever lived
No.
except for a sign
Epstein.
that says "Get fucked" right
Yeah.
now. That's the
and
only
I
thing.
did see that. Yeah.
And then so I'm dating this girl and she's like, "Here are some things you should put on the wall." I'm like, "Thank you."
yes.
Like I don't do it because I don't know what the fuck I'm
Oh,
doing.
okay,
It's the
okay.
same reason
I
I'm
did
not.
I did it with my
don't
buddy
want
too.
it.
It's the same reason I'm not trying to change the timing chain on my fucking car right now because I do not know how to do it.
You don't-
Doesn't
yeah.
mean that doesn't need to get changed because that little check engine light's been on for like 6 months.
I got you. So I guess that's the question that we always have is like, are they not doing it because they don't
No.
want the
Or is it
bullshit
'cause they
in
don't
there?
know?
I just
they
don't
wanna
know.
ask.
You just don't
I don't know. I
know.
want
Okay.
it to look nice.
Yeah.
Jared is good at that, by the way. He's good at decorating.
He is
shit.
good, which is
Oh,
so
yeah, 'cause his
fucking
place is
crazy.
decorated
I know,
really nicely.
and he
Yeah.
has this really
And he's
great
clean.
Yes, he
Very
is
clean.
eye
clean.
and aesthetic.
He's
It's
very.
nice.
He's got a creative mind. Like
No, he
that.
does. He is very creative.
Well,
like that.
he and I are fucking. Look at the way we dress, for Christ's sake.
Yeah.
T-shirt, jeans, tennis shoes, and
But that's what I
hats.
mean. You would never
Losers.
have guessed looking at him that his apartment would look like that. Because I remember when I
No,
first
you
walked
would
into it, I
guess
was
that
like,
he lived
oh,
in a
this is-
fucking dumpster
And it's
somewhere.
really
Correct.
clean. It's
It's
put-
really
his house
clean.
is
Yeah,
always
he has
really
put
clean.
together.
Anytime we stay somewhere and it's like party time, it's either me or him that cleans it, but usually him that will get up.
That's
and
because
clean
we'll stay up drinking until 4 a.m, and somehow he's up at 7 cleaning
somehow.
again.
Yeah.
Good on
And then
him.
he'll clean up all the shit and make sure the kitchen's all.
He's part Portuguese, so maybe the Hispanic blood
There you go.
has something
Yeah.
to do with it.
You know what? We
His
just
mom's
cracked
Portuguese.
it. Yep.
That's the code.
Likes to
So-
clean.
Hot mom.
Likes to clean. Anyways, you're my drinking bro of the week.
Oh, thanks.
You made our brand new studio look amazing.
Thank
We're
you.
at 615 South 15th Street in Wilmington, North Carolina. So if you're around the area and want to pop in and see a show, typically we're here fucking 5 days a week, Monday
Somebody's
through Friday.
here.
Somebody's here. We're shooting something, and we got a house today. Had a really great time. Look, if you're gonna do a campaign kickoff, you might as well do it with Chili and friends and people from your community. And then thank you for everybody who brought liquor, food, everything out. Like, we had a fucking blast. For real. For D'Anthony Holloway, Tiffany Hart, come back and join us on the news tomorrow, will you?
Yeah, absolutely.
You're always one of our fucking
We're going
favorites,
onesies.
Are you
We
guys
are
tomorrow?
doing onesies.
Oh
yeah.
yeah.
Great.
Yeah.
So-
We'll have to
Some
get.
fun.
You
Come
guys,
on the news
I wanna
tomorrow.
be a
You're always
panda.
fucking awesome, yeah. Panda.
I think I want to be a panda.
You were a panda last time.
You're gonna be a panda.
You're going to be a panda.
I've got
Jesse Wiseman, I'm Ross Patterson. This is Drinking Bros. What else? What's up?
I've got a new one.
Go ahead.
I'm debuting a new onesie tomorrow.
What is it?
No.
No,
Stay tuned for it.
He won't tell us.
it's
No,
a holiday themed onesie.
Camel?
But
Are you Jesus' camel?
Jesus didn't ride a camel.
I want to
Should've-
get
He didn't
the
believe in
fucking
him.
Christmas tree. Like,
Wait,
Oh, I know what you're talking
oh,
about.
you know what I'm talking about? That has like the huge star
Yes.
on it, and you
Yep.
put your arms through
It's
it.
a
I
onesie?
want that.
Oh, like
Yeah.
a foam.
It's kind of like
it's like a foam
It's kind of like a
thing.
foam onesie.
Yeah,
Are you guys
yeah, yeah.
recording
I
in the
want
morning?
that so bad.
Are we recording in the morning?
We're recording tomorrow.
Yes.
Yeah.
We
Oh, no,
can
morning.
drop by Target before we record the news.
Target's
I'm gonna
got
try to look.
or
Hopefully I'm
Walmart.
listening.
Today,
We're gonna
I'm
go
going.
The
first,
Target
and
and
then
the
news.
Walmart here are like super close.
Okay.
They're like right across the street, basically.
Yeah, we're in the south. They have to be really close.
They have to be really close.
Have you
It's-
noticed
it's
that when you're in
law.
the south, that the Walmarts are better than the Targets? And then when you go up north, the Targets
Yes.
are better than Walmarts?
Why is that?
Racism.
Is
Yep.
it really?
It's just
And
classic.
It's
it's
class
systemic
warfare
yeah.
and racism. And I don't know.
That makes
Systemic
sense.
oppression.
And that's the end of
I
it.
made all
That's
that
the
up.
end of
so-
it.
And we've gotten super drunk today. We're
Cannot
gonna end
finish
it on
sentences.
This. Jesse Wiseman, D'Anthony Holloway, Tiffany Hart. I'm Ross Patterson.